There you go. Yeah, you guys can probably hear me. Now I got to do it for the other scenes, so give me 1 second. That's my audio replaying. Let me know, chat, if you guys can hear me. You guys won't hear me for a quick second because I got to adjust my audio here. Maybe you guys will. Yeah, you guys can hear me on this side too. All right, cool. So I can still share my screen, show what I got to do. So let me know. Is my audio good? Do I need to adjust anything? I had to do a couple different things. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff here. This is going to be more of a serious stream. This is going to be something to look back on. If you would still like to either donate, click the links in the description, do all of that, go right ahead. I'm not really going to be saying much of that at all throughout that stream. Thank you guys for letting me know that you can hear me. I'm glad to see some familiar faces. I see like Queen Lee, Omega, see a couple of the Damien DRM crew here, Vandalism, so a lot of my staff members, I appreciate it, Chilled, all of you guys. So yeah, I'm here to talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna say real quick that if you're gonna do any of that, ask questions, anything else, save that till the end, see if I even have time. But I am really pissed off about a situation, and I'm here to talk about it, give my side of things to all of it, and just move forward from it. And it's very minor stuff, but I know eventually I was going to have to address it because I'm going to be asked questions, or it's going to get brought up, or somebody's going to try to use something against me, and I'm here just to lay out everything that I know. I don't know all information. There's other parties that need to get involved for us to know more information. But I'm here to just reveal everything, and everything that I know, everything that I've heard, and go forward from there. So as you can see the title of the live stream is titled My Worst Discord Staff Member. And I'm going to talk about multiple ex-staff members of mine. So if you see anybody in the chat with a little wrench, they're a current staff member. They've been doing an amazing job. I really do care about them, and I thank them for all the moderating work that they have done and will continue to do going forward. So thank you right now to my current staff for not being a hassle, not having to be something I have to constantly come back to and have to deal with from time to time again. Now, I will continue to explain a lot of things, so I'm going to try to explain it so everybody knows what I am talking about. If you have questions as we go, I will try to look at the chat, but I'm just going to keep going. And then go from there. So, my worst Discord staff member. I'm talking about Maid of Honor. She has a Twitter, which I am blocked, which I don't care if I'm blocked. I really did not care. Out of respect, I always did not block my staff members, even on Discord. I avoided to do that. I did do it on some where things just fell through and they were continuing to just be a bad influence, and I wasn't going to put up with it, or they constantly kept messaging me. But I normally keep my ex-staff members unblocked because of a respect thing. If they ever want to come back and talk to me or do anything, that is fine. Maid has blocked me, that's fine. I think we're still Discord friends on Discord, possibly. I have no idea. She probably blocked me after seeing my tweets yesterday, but I tweeted publicly about some stuff, and I'm here to explain everything and go from there. Right here, Maid of Honor 18. This is her Twitter account. I don't care about revealing it. Don't go over there and harass, bully, send death threats, send hate. Don't go do that. Obviously, we all know this. I'm going to say several disclaimers, but this is her Twitter account. And the only reason why I'm saying that, because she was fine using this Twitter account to be noticed by a big YouTuber, Wildcat. She was fine tweeting on there. Whatever she wanted to tweet on there, whatever she wanted to do on there, and I'm going to show those tweets. So if she wants to be on Twitter, this public sphere, and all this other stuff, then she has no problem everybody else knowing her Twitter handle. I'm not trying to dox her. I'm not trying to send hate her way. I just want to clear that up real quick. So, what I'm trying to bring up real quick is she was a Discord staff member of mine. There are several reasons on why she was removed, and this is a good warning for anybody else who has a Discord server, whoever else is running a Discord server, whoever's in charge of having new moderators on their server. This is why you shouldn't have Maid of Honor as your Discord staff member. And I could honestly make an entire series about this because of the amount of shitty staff members I've had on Discord, which at the end of the day, you can call them staff members, you can call it a job, you can do all that, but you're literally just hopping onto Discord to make sure people follow rules of a server. It's the easiest job in the world, but people like to express all the time. It is so stressful. Oh my god, it's so bad mentally. Well, then get the fuck off the internet. Why complain about that? Why make this bigger than what it needs to be? Just shut the fuck up. Are you going to moderate or are you going to leave the server? And I've never understand this. Maid has been one of those people to constantly say from time to time again that her mental health is dipping and she needs to take time and a break off. I completely understand that. I'm glad she took her breaks. But the last time she said she needs to mentally just go out and not be part of the Discord server or any of that, she was up in other drama channels' live chats, following up on drama and arguing with people in a live chat. That it can't be good for your mental health. So why the hell are you doing that but telling us that you need to take a break because of your mental health and you need to leave the server because of this, this, and that? So, I'm sorry, but I don't buy it. If you need a mental break, get the fuck off the internet. Stop being in drama chat. Stop arguing with people in live streams. There's receipts for that. Go look at like Crows of Judgment and Sens. Go look at their channels. They've done live streams. They've done live chats. Right when she was taking a break and she was demoted as a staff member, she was over there talking in live chats. So, I'm sorry, but the whole mental health thing, I find it as a bunch of bullshit. If it was really a mental health break, get the fuck away from drama in general. Be on YouTube, watch funny cat videos, do that. But being involved in arguing can't be good. And if she needed to space herself just separately from mine, that would have been fine. But that's not what she said. She said that she needs a break from the drama. She needs a break from all the stressful drama stuff. But she was directly involved in arguing with people and debating with people literally right over there. That's like the most poor excuse. It's like, oh my god, yes, I want to play soccer with you, but I can't play soccer on, on this grass. It's not cut the right. I gotta go play soccer on that grass with them. So I'm sorry. It's just so stupid. Oh, I'm not gonna play in your backyard. It's just so stupid. And I'm not pissed off that she left the server or whatever. I was happy with it because she was just demoted and all. But I'll get into all of that, why she was demoted and all this other stuff. Cole Bizzle, 2 hours, so sorry this happened to you. Keep on living lit. I will. It's just something I'm going to get out of the way. So I've talked about it once. I moved on. I am a little fuming about it. So if I start to talk faster, get a little bit louder, get a little bit more stern with my voice, it isn't because I have a bunch of, I might have a little built up anger from this or whatever, but it ain't, at the end of the day, I don't really care, because after this, I'm going to go enjoy my holidays and all this other stuff, but I am getting it out of the way, because it did have an impact on me, my friends, my staff team, and just other people in general, and she will have an impact on your Discord server, so I'm going to give a warning to every Discord owner, whoever wants to make her a staff member, or even have her as a member in general, this is your warning. I'm going to show you all the bad shit she's done before, and stay away from this, and I think I might make this into a series, because I have no problem talking about people who don't know how to fucking use the internet, do not know how to treat people with respect on Discord, complete strangers. People do the trolling thing all day, that's fine. She's not just trolling, okay? And I'll talk more about that here in a second. 022 super chat. I love the waifu roles tab, lol. Thank you. It means a lot, thank you. Moving on though. So, Maid, AKA Mel, is I think's her name or whatever. She was a Discord staff member. I had a bunch of staff members leave my Discord server at one point. They all said it was too stressful, it was too hard, all this other shit. Oh my god, it's taken so much from my mental health. Well then get the fuck off Discord, dumbass. All this other bullshit. Maid was one of the few people who wanted to join at the time and help out. I thank her for that, and I thank her for all the work she's done. As time went on, and things kept going and going and going, she was moving up as a staff member. She was doing a great job. I promoted her several times. She was just a mod. She could only warn and kick people, and then I just, she just kept being good from baby mod to mod, whatever. Everything was fine. Now, Maid, I'll refer to her as Maid most of the time because that's what everybody called her, is Maid. Her name, Twitter handle is Maid of Honor. But Maid, Mel, whatever text you end up seeing, whatever stories I end up presenting to you guys, her name is Maid. And over time, Maid started to develop an attitude with several staff members. And I want to just double check if I'm not forcing my staff members to be involved if they don't want to, but if any staff members are watching this live stream currently and moderating the chat, which I thank you for that, if you guys would like to confirm anything that I'm saying, that would be helpful. And guys, look at the chat to see if any staff members are confirming. She would develop an attitude over time. A major attitude. When she came to sit here and suggest things at her server staff meetings where the staff gets together to talk about it, Maid would sit here and suggest things, and then when things did not go her way or did not happen over time, she would bitch and complain to other staff members about that. She's had several feuds with people before over the smallest thing here and there, which again happens, it's fine, but it's just all of this combined is what is just too much. She sat here and abused her power and constantly just used it to kick members, push them around, bully them. She would sit here and do the uppercase, lowercase of every single letter and repeat a quote of somebody to do it sarcastically, and she would do it all the time, and it would piss off people, but she didn't have that respect as a staff member to treat members respectfully. Okay, and that's what I look for. That's what I tell my staff members is if someone's being disrespectful, doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful back and curse at them or do whatever. I'm sometimes at fault for doing it and all. Every once in a while is fine. Maid never had the decency to treat people with respect, regardless if she was being treated with respect or disrespect. She, over time, kept sitting here and continued to abuse her power by kicking people out of VCs that she didn't like, deleting chats from people who she didn't like, trying to get people in trouble. When we allow one member to do this, but this other member doesn't know if it's okay to do it, she would abuse her power and sit here and say, no, you can't do it, simply because she doesn't like the person, or she has a vendetta or a past with the person. One person I will mention, his name is Vandalism. He's been a member, he's made videos, he's tried commentary before, he's been involved in my own videos before. Vandalism is a great member, he's been here for a while. Vandalism and Maid have a past. Regardless of what the past is, as a staff member, you treat that person with respect, online, publicly. That is what you do. If you're an employee at a job and your ex walks through the door, you could kindly just step away and walk away. That's one option, but you can't treat that person disrespectfully in front of all the other customers and employees. You can't do that. And I'm not trying to sit here and say it's a job, she has to do that, but it happened several times, and after several warnings of this, it became worse and worse and worse, and I have a lot more stuff to talk about here too. Over time, Vandalism sat here and was constantly being warned and all this other stuff. Added the warn rolls, kicked from VCs, deleted messages, disconnected from VCs, all this other stuff. And there's not a single mod log. And I'm going to show you a document here that shows pictures on how to mod log, and she never mod logged any of this. So after you do an action of giving someone the role, or disconnecting a user, or kicking a user from the server, or deleting these messages, a staff member is required, and staff back me up on this, you guys all know this, you are required to log that. So you are not only just doing the action and never thinking about it again, you think about what they did wrong, you perform the action that you need to right away, then you go to mod log it. It's like a police report. After they go up to a crime scene, they have to write up a police report after they're done with it. Same thing, you gotta mod log it just so we have record of everything, and then we can search in one chat for one user about all of this. We add the user's name, we add the rule they broke, we add any evidence, we add everything that happened. You have to do the mod log. She never did a single mod log for Vandalism at all. Never. And she did all of these things over the course of several weeks. So just up straight. And I'll show you all the screenshots, all the receipts, all the proof in the world of it. Okay? And if you guys don't, it's usually protocol. Thank you. No matter what Jakey's saying, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for backing me up. So this would constantly happen over and over and over again. This would be dealt with several times. And it would become a headache because constantly we would want to warn her and send her messages warning her and all this other stuff. There was one time, and again, don't want to say it's just like a job, but follow the same protocols as if it was a job, because you can lose this position and not moderate people anymore, so treat people with respect. She would constantly go on stream or go in chats to talk bad about me, which I'm technically her boss, if you want to get so technical with it, but at the end of the day, she is moderating my Discord server, and I can remove her if I don't like what she has to say. So I ask her, if you have your own opinions, that's fine, keep your opinions separate, but if you're going to go out and just blast and insult me and talk bad about me, that's a bad thing. And she has done it several times. She has gone out on record, on YouTube, in live stream chats, in comment sections, to talk bad about me, because she doesn't like what I have to do. She doesn't like what I do. She doesn't like the content I upload. Well, then why are you in my Discord? She would complain about the amount of drama, but you know this is a drama Discord, a YouTube channel centered around drama. Why bitch and complain about it? Leave and go join a different Discord. Go moderate some other YouTuber that's a gamer if you don't want to do drama. Don't be here. But she kept implying herself to be here. She did have friends on the staff team. She was many friends with all of us for a long time. So, again, I see why she stayed, but if drama isn't for her, she should have taken the steps to remove herself as a staff member and just become a member of the Discord. And a member of the Discord, you don't have to be involved in the drama to be a member of the Discord. A lot of the constant members who have been here for a long time, a lot of you guys don't give a shit about the drama anymore. You just like the community. I can name a couple. Queen Lee, she could probably give two shits about any drama. I think Queen Lee might be enjoying this drama because it's kind of juicy and entertaining to hear, but she could care two shits about whatever drama's happening with this YouTuber. She just likes the community. She likes the server. And if you want to be that member who wants to be involved, but you're not connected to the drama, you don't follow up on the drama, you don't have to. Just know that you'll get pings for it because that's the content I upload. And I just wanted to say that going forward. And there's several people. So, oh, drop my cap to this. This is true. Thank you, Queen Lee. All right. On top of this, I'm just running down everything she's done. We're going to look at all the evidence for this. We're going to look at everything. She has sat here and complained about having it be like a job and work, but she never gets paid. When several times she has came to me and asked to have Discord Nitro, which is like $7.99. It's not that much, but I've given her Discord Nitro several times. I never disrespected her. I never sat here and treated her bad. I never bullied her, so there was no reason for her to be rude to me when she wants to sit here and judge me on my content and message me saying that's a bad idea. You shouldn't do this, this, and that. When I tell my staff, I could care two shits what you think of my content. It's my content. You're here to moderate a Discord. My staff understands that. May never understood that. I've had several staff members before think that they have a say-so or they have an opinion that's going to affect me. Now, if you want to share your opinion, that's one thing. But every video, every move I do, she messages me, that was a bad idea. You should have said this. You could have been more calm. You could have sat here and not do that. We don't care. We really don't care. So, she would constantly sit here and share her opinion around, but complain she never got paid, even though I gave her Discord Nitro all the time. I always treated her with respect. I gave her several warnings before she even got the talk to be demoted. I gave her a final talk saying, next time you will be demoted. You need to cut it out. You need to stop. And then we ended up finding she was doing more sneaky shit and bullying, harassing, and targeting a member of the Discord, which was vandalism. Vandalism has left the Discord before because of Made and because of the shit that's happened, and it's made himself distant from the community. So if one of my staff members are making my members distant from my community, from my content, from my Discord, that is a problem. So she needed to be removed. We removed her but told her you can stay in the server, you can be part of the community. She decided to leave and say, no, I need to work on my mental health and all this other bull crap. But then literally a couple days later, she's sitting here, or I don't even know if it was a couple days, I think it was the same day or the next day, she's in a live stream debating about drama and talking about drama over there. She even name drops me a couple times. So she didn't get away from it. She just wanted to get away from us, which is completely fine. But again, it speaks on another level that you can't even be decent about the demotion. You just know that you fucked up, know that you did wrong, and move the fuck on. She might even be re-added as a staff member if she, tucked her tail between her legs and just accepted that she did something wrong, but she never did. Now, does she have mental health problems? She very well could. Do I believe the person? No, she's a fucking liar. I'm sorry, but if you're going to keep lying, I don't trust what you have to say. She probably does have some sort of form of mental health problems. I hope she gets her help. I hope everything goes well for her in her life, and I hope she lives healthy, happy, and all this other stuff. But what she has done online is absolutely awful. She doesn't deserve to have a router or a modem in her house, and she should be off the internet with the way she disrespects people, the things that she tweets out, the things that she tries to sit here and hurt other people. Okay, and that's completely disrespectful, and I will talk more about this situation. What got me to start tweeting yesterday is apparently she was bitching with Chilled Venom about some sort of thumbnail that was stolen and it was maliciously done and all this other bullshit. And I was like, wait, that's my friend Coda. And he made that thumbnail. I mean, yeah, there's some similarities in the thumbnail, but Keemstar stole a fucking thumbnail and nothing happened to him. I mean, it's a thumbnail with a channel less than 50 subs. Like, why does it fucking matter? And she tried to at Wildcat, the person who used the thumbnail. It's not his thumbnail. He paid a thumbnail artist or whatever to get that thumbnail. But they're bitching about a thumbnail? And I'm like, what? So if you want to bitch about all these small little things, like, oh my god, they're so similar here, and here. I'm like, okay, well then I'll sit here and bitch about why it's so stupid that you're bitching about it in the first place. And I will point this all out. And I'll show you guys the thumbnail and all. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But the reason why it's being brought up in the first place, I just noticed somebody went down the tip link and sent me a tip. I'll read the tip off real quick if you sent a message with it. So thank you to whoever sent the tip. But what I'm getting into is that the thumbnail, the whole reason she tweeted at it and caused all this drama and people to start hating on Coda for it because he was the one who made it, it made him just completely want to get off Discord and not do well at all. And it's completely disrespectful. Now, she might have beef with the people who used the thumbnail. That's fine. Then blame them. Be mad at them. Come up with every poor excuse. But getting mad because of someone did a thumbnail is a poor excuse. I did it with the Keemstar thing. I threw everything I could. Every little thing I nitpicked of Keemstar. I even told him his thumbnail was crap. I told him, oh, you include Vanoss in the thumbnail. That's a dick move. Don't do that. I even did that, and that is petty as hell. It's just a thumbnail. If you're going after the people, have something actually real against the people instead of, oh, yeah, they use that sort of thumbnail. Oh, yeah, their thumbnail is kind of similar to that. Yeah. But then going to blame the artist who used it as a reference, which they probably sat down and talked about, like, yeah, okay, I'll use the crew, their thumbnails as a reference for this art so I can make something similar to that for you guys. And that was all that was done. Okay, and I will show you this. TJV, did Damien take responsibility for it? No, I don't know. I don't know if Damien took responsibility. I'll talk about all this in a second and explain all this, but we're going to get into the thumbnail shit. Then we're going to get into more shit that Made has said before, and then we're going to get into a video that's over an hour long, and it shows more horrible things that Made has continued to do. And since Chilled Venom or anybody else is in the chat and has seen this video before, you can kind of shout out timestamps for me and I can just show it. But this video is over an hour long. I'm going to skip through it and show you some way worse shit too, which is just awful. And the worst shit is that she would sit here as a staff member of mine and as a staff member for Damien Ritt's Dark Podcast, whatever. She would sit here and send private information from our private chats over to their staff chat and talk about it, diss on it, you know, talk shit about us. She would send screenshots of our chat. She would say what we're saying in the VC. She would say when I got offline and when I went to bed. Some creepy ass shit she did and sent it over. So, yeah. Just an FYI, if you've gotten this far in the video, or if this is the only thing that gets clipped out of this entire live stream, Made should not be on Discord or any social media for that matter. Don't accept her as a staff member. My review of her is down. If you want to think of it as a job, and if you're an owner, because sometimes you got to think about it that way, hey, I'm going to hire some staff, but it ain't going to be paid. It's just going to be volunteer work for people. I'm going to hire them. I'm going to tell them what to do. They got to follow the rules. If they don't, they get demoted. Think of it like a job. If you want my recommendation for someone who used to work for me and do moderation work and stuff for me, Made gets a huge thumbs down. She should smash her modem and her router and never get on the internet again. She is a horrible and awful human being. So that's the only thing I want clipped out of this stream, because that is my opinion, and I'm here to share my opinion about it, and that's it. Made of dishonor, whatever. Now, again, don't go send hate to her. Don't send death threats. Don't go her and harass her. That's not what I'm doing. TJV, she was being used, man. No, she wasn't. She wasn't being used when she was in my fucking staff team doing all these horrible shit to vandalism. No, she wasn't, Chilled. She wasn't used by sending the screenshots. I have every message of that chat while they were scrolling in the video. she took the initiative and she said she could capture stuff for them. She offered. She wasn't being used. She decided to be a slithery little snake. She was being a little rat, thinking that's okay, thinking it's okay to share private conversations people have, saying what people are doing, what people are saying, and when they're getting off and when they're going to bed. I share information with my staff team because I trust them. I don't want my staff team to go left and right and say things about me and say stuff about me to other people. That's just disrespectful. And I've dealt with it for a long time. I've dealt with it with staff members. Chilled, she is a slithery little snake and a rat, and she doesn't deserve to be on the internet, period. Discord or not. If she's in a Discord server that you own, banning her is not an understatement. If you hear all this shit and see all this evidence and you think she should be banned, do it. Do it, and this is all the evidence. Well, remember who condoned it when she got kicked? Look who joined them from your higher up. How Coda ended up because of it, man. Coda got pissed because of all the hate he was getting. It was nothing to do with what Damien and all them do. Damien, Dark, and Ritz, they could all be awful people. I'm not saying that. I'm not sitting here saying they're not to blame. I'm sure Maid had some influence from them, Chilled, but Maid still made these decisions. She's still at blame. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, this person was Minilad manipulated to touch those girls, to send nudes and pictures to those girls." Was EDP445 manipulated to go do that stuff? No, Maid is responsible for her actions. She did those things. Regardless if she was influenced or manipulated. And if she was, that's more people to start being mad at and blaming for this shit. But Maid did what she did. It is her actions. She takes responsibility. TJV, do you think Kiwi should be involved as well? I don't think anybody should be involved in this drama. All this drama is petty as hell. I'm just sharing my experience so Maid can possibly not have to join a Discord server here and there. I don't care if Kiwi's involved. If she has been involved before and she's caused drama and stuff like that, then no, she shouldn't be involved anymore. If she's involved by helping out and sharing information and her side of the story, then I don't care if Kiwi's involved. Sure, I don't care. I know my side, and I know all the evidence that was shared to me. Vandalism shared his side of the story. I got another whole side of the story with Damien, Chilled, and all of you guys. With all the sides of the stories I have, including a message from her, which is her side of the story, I now know what I can talk about and what conclusion I can come up with. My conclusion, she's a rat. She doesn't deserve to be on the internet. Point blank, period. And I'll show it all. I haven't showed it yet. It's been 30 minutes. I've just been here trying to catch everybody up. Now, if you're joining the live stream late, you're going to have to rewind because I'm not going to keep repeating this. Oh, Chilled Venom, don't worry. Vandalism has receipts. I looked it over. Don't know how much the receipts, like, go over to, like, help and all, but they do help, nonetheless. Now, hold on real quick. I appreciate the tip, whoever sent the tip, by the way. I got to relog in. I just updated my Windows from Windows 10 to Windows 11, and then I'll show you guys the information here real quick. Allow... Alright. Where did that go to then? I would have to open up my email then. He's very fishy. Okay. Evidence, Chilled, of him being fishy. I don't know if I can see the message, but thank you, Brandon, for the $10 tip. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the tip. I don't know if you sent a message or not. If you did, I'll do a follow-up and stuff like that. I'll make your own separate video, Brandon, if you sent in a message and I skipped it. But I can't see what the tips are at this point. If you want to go down, send a tip. I'll make a whole video talking about whatever question you asked if you want. I don't care. It can be over the dumbest thing. I'll make your own video. 5 seconds long, 5 hours long. I don't care. All right, regardless, moving on. I'm here real quick. I'm going to talk about the document that Coda set up. Coda helped set this up a while ago when she started sitting here talking crap, going to ex-staff members, continuing to do this. Another person to play in all of this is Simp. He's known as Simp Killer, Simp, whatever. He was an ex-staff member of mine. He's apparently sitting here trying to make a document to expose me as a child predator and all this other bullshit. He has yet to show any evidence. he's full of shit, obviously. But when he comes out with the evidence, I'm curious to see what he's going to come up with or try to fabricate or do whatever. But just an FYI, he has a part to play in this as well. Made has also played a part in sitting here and doing it. Before I show actually the document, I'm going to show what I tweeted about because that's going to be context for everything. All right, so right here, I made this tweet, made honor. I said, nobody cares. There are people who just straight up steal footage and original thumbnails. May has nothing better to do with her life than target those who stop associating with her. Plus, these guys aren't making money at all. They have literally 50 subs. So this is these two thumbnails down here. You guys can't really see that one thumbnail, but there's two thumbnails here that are being used. Right here, you can see it's this one up here, this top left one, and this bottom right one. These are the two thumbnails that Coda made, and these are the other ones. I'm going to download this image, or I'll just open up an image in a new tab, and I'm going to scroll into these just so we can dissect this stuff and see what we're talking about. So this image is a copy of this image. Now, yes, the face, the eyes, the nose, the facial structure of this one person right here, but it's slightly changed and altered. It's traced over. It's whatever. I think Damien sent me a Instagram thing or whatever that the artist said don't trace over my work and all this other stuff like that. Literally, would this hold up legally? No. If the art ain't copyrighted, trademarked, whatever, and if Damien and them aren't making any cash from it, they can get an email or a notice saying take down the video or your video will be taken down. But yeah, this is one thing real quick. Right there. That's one thumbnail that's copied. This is another thumbnail that's copied from this Payday one to this one. So that's a copied thumbnail right there, apparently. Let me know, guys. What do you guys think of this? Do you think this is a copied thumbnail? I mean, like, the face structure is slightly similar, and then everything else is different. I mean, maybe the eyes of Basically I Do Work were reused. Do you see that? You see that? You guys see that? The eyes are reused. I'm going to zoom into those eyes because, you know, that's something. Yeah, those eyes right there, Basically I Do Work's eyes. Throw them in jail. It's combining them. So yeah, apparently this is the horrible thing Made had to tweet about. I am Wildcat. Hey, a group of people have taken a few of your thumbnails, traced over them, and are using them for their streams and getting profit off of them. Just thought you should know that since they're using work you paid your thumbnail artist for. Here are a few. Which, by the way, these are the only ones. She made it sound like there's more, but there's not. And then she probably didn't realize they have 50 subs. They don't have enough watch time hours or subscribers to begin to be monetized. So, no, this whole statement right here, they are gaining profit off of them. What profit are you talking about? Are they gaining extra views? Let's go back. How many views did those get? Oh, 78 views. I know you guys can't see that. Let me zoom in. This one's 78 views. The one over here is 63 views. I should open this image in another tab too, just so we can scroll down and see that. Yeah, so right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is that right there. 63 views. Oh my God, so much profit. And then 78 views, so much profit. So instead of her sitting here focusing on 78 views, 63 views. Instead of her sitting here focusing on these guys that she hates, she despises, whatever, and she just wants to try to throw them on the bus, put them on Twitter or whatever. She's also sat here and affected the thumbnail artist who made it. So she pointed out the group in her tweet. She sat here and said, hey, a group of people have taken a few of your thumbnails. Okay, you're probably talking about Damien and all that. I get that. But you also hurt Coda in the process, okay? And Chilled helped out Made with this, apparently, something. He can probably give his explanation on the chat. But apparently, Made and Chilled were both working on it. They both did their research. They both came up with this argument. This argument is piss poor. It's nothing. They're not making profit. It doesn't fucking matter. It didn't gain them 1,000 views when they've never gotten over 100 before. It's nothing. There's actual people going out stealing Mr. Beast's content every single day. Copycats of whatever he does. Copycats of his thumbnails. Taking his thumbnails and then placing them over placing new people over Mr. Beast. There are actually people making thousands of dollars copying content, and now you're going to want to focus on This? Oh no, these thumbnails are too similar right here. Oh no. So yeah, everyone tell me in the chat, do you think that this person, the thumbnail artist Coda, do you think he's like he's a bad person for doing this, that I Am Wildcat should stand up and respond and copyright strike down these videos? Do you think Wildcat should do that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. I don't really think it fucking matters at all. And I think this is kind of, and this affected Coda in a bad way, and that's kind of why I'm upset and all. But I'm just saying, if you're going to nitpick about their thumbnails, I'm going to nitpick about your fucking argument in the first place. So yeah, just saying. It's not that bad, really. It's not. I don't think no one should care. No one should. It could damage the actual artist more. Yeah, I'm more worried about the artist. Why the fuck did you even tag Wildcat ain't gonna do fucking shit. People literally sit here and re-download his footage and his thumbnails all the time. He's not gonna give a shit if somebody slightly did this or that. If he did and wanted to share care to the artist and say, hey, try not to trace over their work, it's their original stuff, fine. But this artwork is so much altered. The mouth is pretty much the only thing similar. Maybe the face shape would be similar. This person right here is completely new. This face is kind of like this face right here. You see that? Those faces are kind of similar, I guess. I guess, I mean, the mouth is different, but same shape. Face is same shape. The hair is probably the same shape. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, she stole that, or Coda took that one character off, altered it to make it look like whoever, and then made the rest of the thumbnail. The thumbnails are not that bad. They're pretty good. Even over traced work and stuff like that, it's not that bad. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, it's nothing serious. And that's what I want to bring up. If she wants to have an argument and bitch and complain about this minor thing, fine. But then I ain't going to get criticized for bitching and complaining that your argument is tiny, dumb, and not even worth caring about. So that's one thing that I wanted to show. Those are the thumbnails. And then she made the tweet. Let me go back to the tweet real quick, because the tweet is what really matters. But that's kind of what it is. She followed up with this tweet with a reply saying, I just thought you should know this, since they're using work that isn't rightfully theirs and are getting profit off of it. I'm sorry, Maid, but 50 subs channel, Dark Grits Man channel. Sorry, but they're not making profit at all. Not at all. No profit. Zero profit. Nada. Zip. Nothing. They're not making profit. They're not monetized. They're not. You could have taken 2 seconds. And actually, I'll throw a blame on Maid and Chilled for this. If you knew, Chilled, that Maid was going to go out and make this tweet and say these things about them making profit, you could have taken 2 seconds to see what the qualifications are for them to even make money off of that. Just saying. You would have seen that they're not making any money. You can see that there's no ads playing on their video. You probably sat here and watched their videos anyways. If you're that focused on them, you would have known if there's ads playing or whatever. And even if there's ads playing, you can have ads playing on your videos and not be monetized, because guess what? If you use copyrighted shit, ads will run on that shit. I mean, all the revenue will go to the owner and won't go to you. So, just to let you know. Moving on. I'll continue to read what I said. So I said all of this up here, pretty much everything I just said. This person, Maid of Honor, has nothing better to do. Nothing better to do than speak negatively about people who want nothing to do with her. She has a hate boner for several people. She has done the same thing with me for a while now and DM'd me when I spoke out about it. She regretted it. And I will pull up that DM soon as I sat here and openly said something. And by the way, I was making like a long live stream talking about something else. I mentioned her for like a small little bit of the live stream, maybe like 10 minutes. I mentioned her for a small second. I got a paragraph, an own record size paragraph from her for talking about her for that little bit. Well, congratulations, Maid. You got your entire fucking video now. It's because you want to continue to constantly pick on people all the time, and it's annoying. You're affecting people. You affected Coda way more than what you think, and that's completely disrespectful, and I'm not okay with it. Maid, if you're ever going to do something about it, and if Coda ever does get back on Discord, which I don't think he will, I think he's done with being online and trying this shit, because he's been so disrespected through his artwork and everything else going on, that if you ever were able to talk to him, an apology would be nice, because he worked hard on that. He shouldn't have gotten involved in that in the first place. And if you had a problem with them, you could have DM'd them instead of just going to Twitter to blab about it, because going to Twitter to blab about it ain't gonna do anything. You're just gonna draw attention and have someone like me see it and say, oh yeah, you're just bitching on Twitter about it. All right, time for me to bitch about you bitching about it on Twitter, and that's all it is. All right. Plot twist. Has been made the whole time. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my girlfriend just laughed. Right. But I think I made a couple other tweets. Again, another reminder. I should say this reminder every 10 fucking minutes or something like that. Don't go harass, send death threats, hate anything towards me. That's not what it's for. If you don't go and be disrespectful for her just for doing this. But if you are in contact with her being accused of this and her having answers to this would be nice, but I don't expect answers. I expect her to go completely silent or hop off the internet for all I care. I don't care. I don't think she deserves to have a router or a modem in the house that she lives in. She shouldn't. That shit should be smashed instantly. Internet is not good for Maid at all. I think I continued to talk about it more. I was really fumed last night about it. I was not going to talk about this. I'll click on it. I was not going to talk about this because I want to be respectful to those who want to move on and get away from the drama, which she told me she did want to, but she didn't. She continued getting herself more involved. And so did several others. I'll talk about that later. But this just proves she is a liar, and she doesn't mind trying to start more drama if it is convenient for her. I got a lot to share. Live stream tomorrow, ? And this is where we're at. I had to live stream later. I was going to live stream earlier in the day. Kind of glad I live stream this late at night. It's 10 p.m. and I have 200 people watching. I didn't think 200 people would even be here to talk about it. I thought this was just going to be a VOD for people to look back on. So I appreciate all 200 people who are here. Right here, Sheepy tweeted, talking shit and then making your account private isn't the move. Da, 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 da. And by the ways, even if you're not blocked, you can't really view it. You got to follow her, and she has to approve of you even seeing her account. So she made her account all locked down and private after it. After I fucking tweeted about it, as far as I know. I thought her account was public beforehand. Maybe she did it sooner, but I thought she did it. I said, what should the title be tomorrow? Worst staff member ever. Maid has no honor. Ex-staff member is nuts. You guys have had a couple different comments. There's a couple people bitching and complaining about there. I'm not going to focus on whatever pathetic thing that somebody has to say, like, oh, don't talk about it. Oh, don't do this. Don't do that. I'll talk about it if I want to talk about it. If you have a problem with it, make your own YouTube video and complain about me talking about it. I'm complaining about somebody else talking about bullshit all the time. So that's all this is. I'm just here to show you all that. Now, that is just one part of it. One part of it. Now we're going to get to the evidence. And this document has a lot. Compare this to the Louis doc. Compare this to whatever doc, the Cyan doc, whatever. This document has actual proof and evidence, and it actually, like, does the thing that I'm trying to show, regardless of your opinions on Google Docs exposing stuff. A Google Doc was just the best thing to do. I will provide a link to this on my Twitter after the stream. So this document will be public for anyone to go read, dissect, do all of this. So if you guys want this document, it will be on my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. Links down in the description below, or just type in TJV on Twitter. I'm sure you'll find me somewhere. My actual Twitter is right here at Trevor Valentine. Go follow me, and then I'll tweet out it there. I might post it in the Discord. I might not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling up for it. So, we're going to get into the Google Doc, put the document in the server too. Okay, I'll put it in the server too, just in case you don't want to hop over there. There really isn't something that should continue, to be honest. This stuff should be put aside. She's been removed, and this is putting quite a bit of stress on all of this. Better to let it fade, in my opinion. Hey, I agree. She was demoted back in October and said she just wanted to move on. It's almost the end of fucking December, and she's still causing fucking drama. So you tell me, Mr. Shibu, you tell me, it's been 2 months since she's demoted and said she wanted to move on from the drama, and she's still causing fucking drama. She's still talking trash. She's still sitting here going online to share her opinion and secrets and all this other stuff about what's going on here. Sitting here agreeing that I'm an awful person and I treated her disrespectfully. So you tell me real quick. Yeah, I agree. We should move on. Do you think Maid's going to move on after 2 months of still doing it after she said she was going to do it? She's a liar. She's a huge liar. She's going to continue to do it. So the only thing I'm going to do is fire back with one live stream talking about it, and then I'm going to move on. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Now, if she sits here and like somebody else, some other commentator channel makes a video about me doing it and bitching, I might respond to that. If Maid wants to put on a huge Google Doc of everything I've done wrong, or she wants to go with simp and find evidence of me being a child predator or whatever simp's trying to accuse me of, I'll respond to that possibly, but I'm not going to keep hashing on Maid. This is going to be the only stream for it, and this stream will be there. All right. Yeah, and if you don't know what's going on, you're going to have to rewatch the live stream. I'm not going to upload clips of this. It's going to be one live stream. You watch it. It's a lot of juicy shit. Or somebody will timestamp all the important parts to go to. I don't know. If someone would like to do that, I'll pin your comment. But right here at the 45-minute and 30-second mark, we are here talking about the Google Doc. This is what I'm going to be showing. I'm going to read every little bit of this, so this is clearly on there. Coda write this up, so he sits here and does say a few things real quick. Sorry if, he didn't type it perfectly or whatever, but we will talk about it real quick. TJV Discord owner, TJV co-owners, Coda, and Chambers. Coda is no longer our co-owner now because he fucking wanted to remove himself from all of this because he was getting fucking hate over something he was just trying to start out and do. Reference and trace over parts of a thumbnail to be used on a little channel and stuff like that. Bad on him, not bad on him, whatever. Maid was clearly just pissed off at Damien and had nothing else better to do and caused more flack on my friend Coda, so I'm a little pissed off about it. Maid's demotion. Disclaimer, this document is not driven to target the user or silence them online. We highly request you to not attack this user if seen in comments or live stream, as this goes against what the server stands for. Users shown in images or mentioned in the text have their identity hidden, as we respect people's privacy, and if names are found by other users, we will... Sure. Thank you for the juice box, babe. Everyone say thanks, thanks Hannah for the juice box. If names are found by other users, we will take swift action on them, and if names are mentioned in the server or in live stream chats, this is a response to constant insults to TJV and other members of the server. We hope that this document provides our perspective of the demotion. Again, please respect those users' privacy. This document is being released due to constant insults to TJV and other members of the server, and we have a right to defend ourselves. Overview. A user who was a staff member on the Discord left around October 26th of 2021, and this document explains why. To give users our perspective and what happened, we are releasing the document of Maid during the last months to let people know why she left the server all by herself, and then it's broken down into sections, and you can see over here it's broken down into sections as well. Thank you guys for telling him. Thank you. What type of juice? It's Kool-Aid Jammers. You guys know the Kool-Aid Jammers. I don't want to take a break from this stuff, but timestamp this Kool-Aid Jammers at 47 minutes and 50 seconds. Tropical Punch. I'm not going to drink it right now, but I'm going to drink it in a second. Regardless. So yeah, this is just an overview. Do not attack her. This is just our perspective. Blah, 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 blah. This is me actually sitting here using the shit to warn you about Maid as well. But this document was simply just made to protect the staff member, the community, the server, and myself in case Maid ever wanted to come out and start being like speaking out against us, because we knew she was the type of person to do it. And I have proof of her going to other servers to screenshot, talk negatively about it, expose shit. And again, is the stuff worth exposing? No, you're going to look at that and like, why'd she even take the time to do that? But again, I'll show you that here in a second. But yeah. Part 1, warnings. During her time on the Discord server, Maid had caused many incidents that had to be solved by higher staff. She was warned about breaking staff rules multiple times and had not listened to our advice. I'm going to zoom in here just so we can read it better. All right, you good to VC now? Yeah, unless something comes up. And then that's whatever conversation they had. That was on the 6th June 13th or whatever. So this was clear back in June of this year. After recent questioning, I will give you a warning. If we hear you said anything else, I will question you again. This won't affect your status as a staff member because this is the one and only warning. This was a major breach in private information. I'm disappointed this had to happen. Again, we will talk about what these specific incidents are and all this other stuff, but this is a conversation that was had, a warning message to prove this has happened. We will be blurring out other staff members and random members. We will blur out their stuff because they want to remain hidden. Vandalism is one of the few members who wanted to share their screenshots and have his name be out there, so he's fine with it. Everybody else, their names have been blurred, so staff and members are protected by this, but we will label who's admin, who's not, blah, 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 if they're a staff member, if they're not, just so you can get perspective on what the situation is. Right here, Blake also sat here and said, I just wanted to reach out and say that I understand I didn't say anything at the time, and that's my fault, but anything negative towards Trevor should not, let me scroll over, Trevor should not be talked about so openly when someone is streaming, especially. So he's just saying, you could talk bad about Trevor, just don't do it online because that just looks bad. You're a staff member, you moderate for him, don't do it. But she was doing it. Yeah, I'd apologize for this. All of us were tired and having fun, so it just slipped out. It won't happen again on my end, so you don't have to worry. Again, I'm sorry about that. That's understandable, and I appreciate the apology. So she's been nothing but treated politely, warned a couple times, and that's nothing. That was 8/20, so that's August 20th when that happened. So let's zoom back out, read this. Part 2, complaints from users. Who wants to remain anonymous? Among the many complaints about Maid's behavior towards the victim, she was harassing, she was attacking a user that will remain anonymous. She also insulted and bullied other server members and staff members about their differing views on current topics. Her actions and behavior on the server created friction between them and other staff members. It is a rule that staff members should not cause arguments on the Discord server and should just dissolve them if they arise. However, May did not respect our staff rules. Okay, did blank send all the screenshot of what he said about Maid, and do they need that people, this was back October 25th, were involved in it as well. Also, Coda, I do want to say that the shit that May did to blank, this is unacceptable as hell. I do hope that at least the people who want to explain and told you everything about it as well. Since with how many times May did this to not only blank, but a few other members as well. The guy who disagrees with the whole raccoon video, etc. And all that other stuff. Picture 2, Maid keeps talking shit about blank and this and is bullying him and she recently 3 weeks ago or so told me in a VC when I mentioned him, she just sounded off. Who's calling me? I'm sorry, Sheepy, I'm gonna finish reading this. I'll read your text chat though real quick. If you want to text me, Sheepy, I'm reading this off real quick. I mentioned just sounded off on him out of nowhere. I think that should be in private, no doubt, but she being a piece of shit towards him, and I'm surprised no one's noticed. So that's just more stuff. Again, just hiding who these are because these members probably don't want to be involved, ask a bunch of questions, yada, 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 all the other stuff. So we respected that and blocked it out. Part 3, bullying and arguing. Future reference, could you use at here instead of staff, please? And then this is her doing the up and down, lowercase, uppercase, all this other stuff, you know, right here. She did that all the time. It was so annoying. More of a personal gripe, but everyone really did think it was annoying. Every once in a while is fine, but she did it for every little thing. It even halted a lot of conversations we were trying to be productive with when we were dealing with staff-related issues. She would go on to argue and complain about stuff. Then why bring it up at all? Trevor can get into a lot of trouble by showing a private email from Twitter. So this is talking about the Ohm Twitter thing. I said that I saw an email from Ohmwrecker. I never got anything to share, but if I did get anything, I could get in trouble by Twitter. That's what this person is saying. I never got anything to share, but Delirious and Liz later admitted, yes, he got suspended for having alt accounts. So that email that I got, which I knew before he even admitted it, and Ohm told me and showed me the email, I just knew that randomly. No, there's a real email. I saw it, and I don't have anything to share, so I didn't share anything. I just shared what I saw, and that was that. Maid sat here and goes, then why bring it up at all? Without the evidence to back up the claims, just sounds like a dude trust me scenario. I get that he wants the info to get out to get out there, but the way he's doing it, it doesn't make him look good. So she's worried about the way I look. She said it herself. I just wanted the info to get out there. That's all I wanted. And because that's what people said. If people said, hey, if I saw something, but I had no evidence, should I say what I saw? And most people said, yes, say it. Duh, tell us. So I told people, and they weren't happy about what I saw. And I was like, sorry, but you told me to tell you. I think you would want me to tell you what I saw. So that's what I did. Made was one of those people complaining, being like, oh, it's just a trust me, bro scenario. Sorry? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Sorry? Like, I'm just telling you what I saw. And Maid was one of those few people, she was one of those, I think, more smaller-minded people who just couldn't understand that I'm just trying to say what I have to say and move the fuck on from it. I said it, talk about it, have opinions about it, ask me questions about it, and then let's move on. Let's not argue on whether or not I saw it legitly, because I'm not going to argue that. You're not going to change my mind if I saw something or not. I know what I saw. I told you. If you don't think I saw it, fine, that's where the discussion ends. But if you think I did possibly see something, then that's when we can have a productive conversation and go from there. All right, yeah. Any staff members who want to join a call and share their opinion, my staff members have spent a lot of time with Maid. I've spent some time with Maid, but I haven't spent as much time as other people. Shaby was one of those people who wanted to hop on to share their opinions. At the end of this, we will share opinions. I will try to go through this quickly, but we're going to have a moment where any staff member who wants to come on to share opinions, they can come on and share what their experiences was with Maid, and we can do that. Moving on, though. Another picture 3 right here. Can y'all just stop? I should have stopped this when it started. Okay, LOL, this person, Hammy, put. But why make a video about a smaller creator's video? It just proved that the comment got to him. If I was Trevor, I would have given that video my attention at all. So again, another, if I was Trevor should have done this, Trevor shouldn't have done that. She always criticized me for my content. It happened all the time. I wasn't joking when I said it. Multiple pictures showing it. She said this today at 4:19 p.m. Today at 4:19 p.m. And then this was 6:21 p.m. probably the same day. So 2 hours later, she goes, can y'all just stop? I should have stopped this when it started. So apparently there was a 2-hour-long talk about it, and she was telling people to stop, but she was participating in it and talking about it. What? Like, again, this is just more staff things that we're going to just, as an owner of a Discord server, me, Kodo, and Chambers will tell you, hey, if you don't want something to be talked about, then don't even participate in it. And again, these are another things that we had to warn her about, talk to her about, and she was on her way to see if she did better. A couple weeks later, a couple months later, whatever, we'd run into another incident. And again, just another thing. Is it small? Is it minor? Yes, but this is everything that we're showing. Maid of Honor right here says, you assume too much, or this is someone else saying it, you assume too much about me, but I don't blame you. But either way, it's not gonna fall. I always get back up. All right. Blocked messages or whatever. Goodbye, Maid. A promise is a promise. Sorry, I meant Maid. Take care of yourself. That's it. That's all. And then a fuck off message. So her being disrespectful. And this was during October 2nd of 2021. She was a staff member for me at the time. She didn't get demoted until the 25th, 26th or something like that of October. She was still currently a staff member treating people like this. This is a member of my Discord, which we'll talk about more later. Picture 1 context. A staff member used the @staff command in the staff chat, which is only used for emergencies, but they forgot it was only for emergencies. So another staff member politely asked to not use the @staff command, only to be used for real issues. Then Maid decided to mock that staff member for trying to politely remind someone to the rules. Even more noticeably is that Maid was told to apologize to that staff member. She replied that she was joking, even as she used this same typing to mock users in the pictures next to it. So right here, can you please not mock admins ever again when they have a concern, and say to blank because wasn't being mean about it. And then that I was just making a joke, so sorry, I'll message him right now. So they said they were going to message him. Maid of Honor right here, this is a picture showing that she mocks people with it. It will get all sorted out. Just because you were reprimanded reprimanded, doesn't mean you can just say, well, they did it too. So again, she's used this constant up and down lowercase thing to mock individuals, and if she was just joking, well, you're still mocking an individual, even if they were serious about it. Just apologize, move on. It's not that big of a deal. Just again, more stuff I'm trying to show you. Again, I will provide this Google Doc. You can look more into it later. Picture 2 and 3. As a staff member, you gain and lose benefits. One part of being a staff member is you cannot ever continue arguments or start them. Maid still had not realized that. For example, if you work at Domino's and you said, fuck, I hate Domino's, then Domino's will have an issue now. This isn't saying the criticism is bad, but Maid is using negative criticism, voicing an objection to something only with the purpose of showing that it is wrong. This is continuing or starting an argument and putting a bad light on other staff members. So that's explaining picture 2 and 3, right here, 2 and 3, just more explanations and stuff like that. Picture 4 and 5, @Maid has been targeting a normal users for months now, and this user did have a rocky start with Maid. We'll talk about that more in a second. That would piss anyone off. But Maid did not see that even though you hate a user, you should always treat them fairly and be mature and be the bigger person and never swear at a user. But Maid continues to show constant complaints and mod abuse to this user being unprofessional. This is what really got her demoted, and this was the big decision, is that she sat here and didn't mod log any of this and was constantly disconnecting the person from the chat, was kicking the person, from the chat, kicking the person from the server. She was constantly deleting messages. Vandalism left the server a couple times, and he never even chose to left. He was just kicked from the server a couple times. It's absolutely ridiculous, and we'll show you the audit logs too. I think the audit logs are in here. Part 4, mod abuse. During Maid's last hours on the server, myself, TJV, and the higher staff were in a meeting discussing Maid's behavior on the server at the time. We were only focusing on the many complaints from users called it a night. Then minutes after we noticed @Maid audits log showing her abusing her power on a user who she has been targeting for weeks. Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy night. We looked in audit logs for something, and then I noticed Maid had a ton of audit logs, but no mod logs to match that. So she never logged what she did. The audit logs will show all the actions of what's happening in the server. The mod log will explain why the action was done. So a lot of people will complain, oh, she just didn't do the mod logs. Ain't that big of a deal. Yeah, we need to know why you kick people, why you warn people, why you ban people. Because if you're in my server and you're watching my content, but you don't get along with a staff member, and a staff member wants to sit here and just treat you poorly, is that unfair? And if you come to me to tell me, who am I supposed to believe? My staff member or you? This is why we have mod logs. This is why we do it. So every staff member is responsible to say why they took the action they did. You mod log everything. My staff will remind you again. Staff, please type in the chat now. We have to do mod logs. They've been stressed. We've even rewarded people and counted the amount of mod logs people will do. The more mod logs you get, the better. You know what I mean? If you forget one every once in a while, that's fine. Sometimes you can ask another staff member to mod log something for you, and they can help out. It's pretty much you gotta just write a report of what you just did, and that's all you have to do. It's not that hard. We've explained it. All my staff have picked up on it, and it's amazing the amount of work they have done. The fact that Maid has not mod logged anything to do with this user and has done it several times, which you guys will see, is just absolutely ridiculous. In the server, we had a mod log system which has been around since the server was created. The reason for it is that you have a record of your past actions as a staff member and why you did it. When you mute, disconnect, kick, ban, or delete messages, you must log these actions in the chat as a safeguard for staff in case an issue arises with the user. Exactly. Or if we ever need to sit here and quickly look up in mod logs just to see how many times people have been warned and stuff like that. I'm going to sit here real quick. Thunder Cookie said, it's a drag, but I do it out of respect. Rules are rules. Thank you, Thunder. I appreciate it. See, Thunder says it's even a drag, and if Maid thought it was a drag, she could have talked to us about it. She never did. She never came to anyone about the mod logs. She just refused to do it with this user. Jakey said, you need to mod log no matter what. Thank you. Yikes says, it's not even hard, too. Yikes doesn't even think it's hard. Sheepy says, I only kick people from VCs as a joke, and I apologize right after, and then I don't really abuse my staff position when I was admin a couple months ago. And when I'm mod now. Yeah. Sheepy left the server and came back as a mod and stuff like that. Again, people can be demoted or Sheepy left on her account. I don't think she was demoted at all. But people can be demoted and added back as a lower position and work their way back up. We completely agree with that. It's just a trust system. You got to be around for a while to be up to admin, developer, whatever, council, whatever the role is. Sheepy sat there. Literally takes less than a minute. That was a great test. There you go. Yep. Well, I appreciate it. Chum in here just saying E. I appreciate it. All right, moving on. Example of this right here. This is me doing a Mel vlog on August 16th of 2021. Gave a small verbal warning to at the Knights. So whoever's at the night or had at the Knights tag at one point. Sorry if this isn't blurred out because it's not talking about anything negative. It's just an example. Small warning for sending bot stuff in hashtag memes. So they sat here and said, please use BBE, and Dank Memer was used in that chat, but in the memes chat, you're not allowed to do bot stuff. We have our own chat for you to type your bot commands in. So she gave a small verbal warning. Yo, man, do that in hashtag bot commands is what Maid said down here. So again, super easy, right? She took a screenshot of what it was on her phone, which you don't have to even take a screenshot and show proof. We just like to see the proof, so we don't have to go back and type in the date and what time it was and all this other stuff. We don't like really doing that. So if you can take a screenshot of it, we can at least just look at it, and then we can then proceed to go look it up if we need to look up more stuff around that time. But she took a screenshot. She said gave a small verbal warning. What she did to what member it was for doing whatever in what chat. Easy stuff to do. Now tell me in the chat, could you guys all do this? Could all of you guys do this? Chilled Venom, I can bring you in too if you want to talk to. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, you're another commentary channel. We talked last night. We're cool. I can bring you in too. But tell me, is this easy to do? Could all of you guys do this in your fucking sleep? Is this easy? Simple? Easy? I mean, it can be a drag when you're constantly warning a lot of people and you have to keep coming back and doing this tedious, easy thing. I get it. It can be a drag. But this is easy, right? All right, this is easy. So why didn't she long anything? Why did she do all of this? Muted them. Moved one user to Shadow Realm. That's a realm where nobody is there unless you, like, break the rules and we need to talk to you before we kick or ban you. That is the only, and she moved this user, and this user is vandalism. He's probably watching right now. He's probably in the chat. Muted, unmuted, muted, unmuted. And yes, when you mute someone, once you unmute them, you got to go modlog that as well. So just so we know when you unmuted them, how long they were unmuted for, you need to log when you mute them, unmute them. You got to log when you put a warned role or a muted role on someone. You got to, when you remove it, you got to log that again. You got to log every action you do. She never did any of this. Yeah. This shit deep. Yeah, it is. Right here. Deleted 2 messages from that user. Deleted 4 messages from that user. Deleted 1 message from that user. Deleted 1 message from that user. 3 messages from that user. This is all on the October 13th and October 14th. This was like a couple weeks before she was banned. Another list. Muted them. Muted them. Unmuted them. Muted them. Muted them. Again, this is her doing a ton of mod abuse to one single member because she doesn't like him, because she hates him, because they had a rough pass. Well, yeah, you got to put that shit aside. He did nothing wrong to be kicked out of my community. If you don't like him because of whatever y'all did, ain't my fucking problem. You don't have to, if you go, my girlfriend works at Walmart. She doesn't like every fucking person that walks through the door, but she has to deal with it. She has to put up with it.
I just smile and wave.
She just smiles and waves. Hi, kill him with kindness. Maid did not do that. She sat here and abused it. That's like going to Walmart to say, hey, you need to come with me, and then taking them to the back and locking them in the back. Like, that's not okay. You can't do that. Okay? So I'm just letting you know, this is all the mod abuse. Okay? And this is the only stuff that we caught. We don't even know, when she moved him to the Shadow Realm VC, we don't know what she fucking said to him. We don't know what they fucking DM'd. Luckily, Vandalism sent his side of the story, so he can give a perspective on what he went through, what he got told by her, why he thinks he did it, all this stuff. Vandalism has his own side of the story, which I will read off here in a second, but this is all the mod abuse. Oh, damn, I didn't know they had a rough pass. Yeah, if you have a job, you can't hold people and use to have problems with against anymore. So yeah, again, it's ridiculous. And again, I'm just saying this was what got her demoted. The reason why I'm doing this live stream is not because of this stuff. This stuff I can move on, not say anything about. And if I don't say anything about this, it respects her privacy and it makes it so she can go be a staff member or a content creator, or she can still be online without being pesterized. Now she's gone to the point to try to personally hurt people just because she dislikes them, and she's constantly sitting here bringing up the drama 2 months after she's fucking demoted. Yeah, now I'm going to sit here and say, and I hope every single Discord owner knows the name Maid of Honor and does not allow you in their server or ever as another staff member. If you have Maid as a staff member, this is another warning. I will say for the 6th time, do not make her a staff member. Demote her if you already do, and don't fucking promote her. Don't make her a staff member. Leave her as a regular member. See if she follows the rules, but she probably won't. She'll probably sit here and get mad at someone and then go in DMs and fucking curse them out. Just a warning, by the way. I do remember drawing for her. This is sad. Yeah, she was really close to everyone. She was so nice to the people she liked, but the one person she didn't like, she wanted to treat them like trash. Yeah, sorry, but we stick up for everyone. Everyone is equal. We treat everyone with respect. We treat everybody with the same decency. And if you want to sit here, even if you're my best friend and you treat somebody with completely disrespectful just because you don't like them, and you do that, and you be so abusive towards them about it, verbally, emotionally, online through all this fucking mod abuse, I'm sorry, but you're no longer my best friend anymore. I don't like you. I'm sticking up for the little guy. I'm going to stick up for the people who can't do nothing about it, and all they want to do is hang out and be cool with people. That is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. And you guys want to be, like, anybody wants to be friends with this person and anybody wants to have her as a staff member, I really hope not. This is why she needs to unplug her modem and her router, go throw it in the trash, and stay off the internet, get a job, and live the rest of your life with people who live around you, because you don't know how to treat people online. God forbid, I hope you're treating people in person with a lot more respect, because if you're treating people like this, that is awful. Just saying. Alright. At TJV, what if she changes her Discord name? Just covering all bases here. If she changes her Discord name, I don't know. If she goes by a completely different name at this point, and she wants to completely rebrand her name, I think Simp or Simp Killer, I think he rebranded his name a couple times, or changed his Discord server name. If she changes her Discord server name, and we find out it's her, and she makes alts to get back in the same server she used to be in, or whatever, if she ends up doing that, will I update you guys? Oh, hell yeah, I would. I'm making this video as I promise, to let you know if you don't ever want to associate with a person like this, I got your back. As soon as I find out who it is, I will put whatever the Discord name is or anything. This, again, this person, it's ridiculous. Discord should have fucking removed or do something about this. What am I supposed to do? Report and say, hey, yeah, she mod abused this person, but they're going to sit here and look at the mod logs and audit logs and be like, yeah, mod logs is your own rules for your server. She's not really breaking. She is a moderator and she has the power to ban people. We just don't know why she did it. So Discord can't remove her account or anything. I mean, maybe I can send this entire thing over, and maybe they can have a conversation and email her about it and get her side of the story. Maybe they can do something about her account, or maybe keep a close eye on her account. But her Discord account needs to be banned permanently, and she'll probably just make a new one if she does anyways. I don't know if they do IP bans or not, but it is what it is. Mods should do their best to remain unbiased. I also believe mods should not be sharing their opinion on videos they mod for. They should only be informing chat of the rules and what the video is about. Well, again, I don't care if it's something they want to share their opinion on real quick, that's fine. But the main thing I want out of my moderators and stuff like that is to moderate the chat. Just keep it calm. And if you have a problem with it, with me personally, just DM me. Just talk to me about it. Just say it. But she never did. She went to comment sections. She went to live streams. She DM'd people. She went to other servers and complained about it and barely even spoke to me. When she did speak to me, it was in public staff chats in front of all the other staff saying, that was a bad idea. You shouldn't have done that. Who cares? I'm doing what I want to. If you don't like it, leave my server. Don't moderate for me anymore. I don't care. But stuck around, just wanted to keep throwing her nose in everything all the time. Part 5, staff discussion. As soon as we discovered that she was abusing her power, we decided to notify the admins. As an initial check, we wanted to determine whether we had missed anything on these audit logs or what action needed to be taken. During this time, it was late at night for everyone, so we could only get one admin to view the situation currently as everyone was sleeping. So if you don't know, me, Coda, and Chambers, Coda used to be in the server, but he removed himself because he wanted to break, and even on his break, he was sitting here making art for people and then getting fucking slammed by people like Made over this stupid bullshit, which made him get off Discord altogether, which is completely dumb. I hope, Coda, if you're watching, you return back. We all miss you. We all want you back. Hashtag Coda come back in the chat, please. But if Coda ever does return, he's on his break. Have him enjoy his holidays. But I hope Coda comes back one day. Hashtag bring Coda back. Or Coda come back. But having said that, me, Coda, and Chambers were talking about it. We all agreed it was bad, but we should get another opinion, just so we cover our ass. Let's cover our ass, and let's sit here and ask for another opinion. We had another admin help us and just clarify, hey, what should we do? What are your thoughts on this? That's all we sat here and said. Okay, and this is what it was. Picture 1, at here, who is up and could take a look at something for TJV, Coda, and myself? That was obviously Blake. Quick in this chat. Okay, well, at least you will be one extra set of eyes. We have found these all from just a couple days, and there is no mod logs of any kind from her either. This admin says, I don't know what's going on with Maid. Seems very seems very angro recently. Was joking with that Dan guy in Trev's stream last night, and then she joined the stream and instantly timed out like 2 people simply because they didn't agree with Trev. That's something more that an admin saw. Don't know what admin it was. If they want to speak about it, they can speak about it, but whoever if the admin doesn't want to be public about it, they don't have to. But whatever admin witnessed that and witnessed her timing out people just because they disagree. And by the way, no, I don't promote to my staff members to staff members can back me up on this too. If people disagree with me, that's fine. If they're being disrespectful with their disagreements and they're trying to be rude and crude and just shut the other argument out and call you names and insult you, then we take action and time them out and mute them or warn them or do whatever. But we allow different opinions. You can argue, you can debate, you can do it in the Discord server, you can do it in multiple chats, you can do it in my live chat. You can disagree with me. We don't time out people, we don't warn people, we don't punish people who have a different opinion, who argue, who debate. Made all the time shut up people who had arguments, questions, debates all the time. That was something too that I forgot to mention earlier. I remember several members coming out to me like, hey, all I did was send this to you. They sent a screenshot of what they sent to me, and they're like, why did I get timed out for this? And I'm like, oh, let me see who did that. And then I ended up finding out Maid did it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll tell Maid, hey, Maid, it's okay for people to disagree with me. And then she gives her explanation on why she did it. So all right. Admin abuse and selective targeting towards blank, and how many people have come to us backing the statement that they feel she is bullying him. We wanted admin opinions as we were heavily considering demotion from staff team at the least. She has been removed from moderating his YouTube chat already. We are discussing Discord status at a moment. So she was already moved because she couldn't stop timing out people and doing that just for disagreeing. Picture 3, the admin sits here and replies, I've heard about this too. Ever since way back with the stuff between whoever against Maid and some blah 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 trusted Maid. Every time I see her, she seems to always have some renegade action shading someone. I believe we need more than just one admin's opinion, however, considering how recently she mocked me for wanting to be pinged during the night as if I wasn't an issue, and going against Coda on more than one occasion for different things such as a staff ping and sneaky roll. I don't think she gets on well with certain higher ups. We will absolutely get a hold of more admins, but those reading this, once they can wake up and put their thoughts below and at me in the chat, would you agree with the decision to remove her though as it stands now? At admin, DM me your thoughts and when you all wake up, please. And then picture 4, at admin, and we decided to remove her after some time. We stayed up all night waiting for people to wake up. We did get some conversations or whatever going, but it wasn't much. But as you can see, can you guys agree with me at least right now? Can you agree with me right now? Did I sit here and try to get multiple opinions, make sure we weren't jumping to a conclusion, we weren't just, okay, we don't want to just kick out Maid for no reason. Did I take the right steps by saying, hey, we should talk to our admins? Our admins have been doing a good job. Maid was just a mod at the time, so did we do a good job on talking to the admins or not? Just let me know in the chat, because again, this is a good review. If you guys let us know what we did, then my staff can learn from this, because my staff's watching the live stream. They're watching the live chat, so I appreciate it. To all those saying yes, I think we did the right thing right here by asking our admins and getting them involved and say, hey, what's your opinions on this? This is what we found. We're thinking of demoting her. Your thoughts real quick. And I thought that was okay. All right. So, at admin, we are removing her from the staff team after further discussion. However, we would still like to hear your thoughts. So either DM me or DM me personally about it, or type them in this adding TJV Coda and myself. Thank you guys again, and I apologize personally. We could not discuss this with you before the final decision was made. So we had to make the decision. We didn't want her to wake up and act irrational as a staff member and kick random people or go around deleting stuff or any of that, or editing stuff. So, because mods do have some permission for certain things. So we just removed her right away, and then we all sent her DMs and stuff like that. That's what you guys will be seeing here shortly. Yes. Are they making anything downstairs?
Hamburgers.
I'm not hungry for hamburgers. I still got my juice I gotta drink. You want to come say hi?
I look like trash.
You don't look like trash. You look beautiful.
I want to kiss you. Hi, guys.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend, Hannah. She wanted to say hi real quick. Yeah, I'm not hungry right now. I'll probably make food later.
Or I'll make it for you.
That would be sexist if the woman cooks the meal.
It's only sexist if you make it sexist.
Okay.
Can I open this, right?
Yeah. All right. So picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, and picture 4. With the amount of evidence of harassment, bullying, and mod abuse that we uncovered, we decided that night we would only demote Maid since we wanted to be safer than sorry. We still wish to keep connections with her on the server and not tether friendships. So we waited. We waited during the night to see when she was online so we could get her side of the story. What'd you get? Captain America? Oh, hey, we got a little mystery box thing, and you normally never get the character you want. I got a Captain America one out of the mystery box, so that's cool. Thank you. You gotta put him next to the Loki we got. I didn't really want Loki, but Loki's pretty cool. Alright. Part 6, Maid leaves. So again, just to let you know, we didn't want to ruin friendships. We wanted her to remain as a member, and after time, she could possibly come back. That was even in the discussion. Also, I wanted to sit here and say that real quick. Everyone is dabbing in the chat for you. They're putting little dab emojis for you. You pull it up on your phone. Go to my channel, and you could talk in the chat if you want. See all this? Yeah, the dabs. All right.
Oh, that's so cute for Hannah. That's so cute.
Yeah. Part 6, Maid leaves. During Maid's demotion, she decided to immediately leave the server after being caught. I asked a few other people if she apologized to anyone or left a goodbye message, but she didn't. She abruptly left the server after being caught. So again, when a lot of people have left the server before, I think Sheepy has put one out before. Hopefully she doesn't mind me saying it, but Sheepy has put like a goodbye message before out there. And some staff members will do that. They'll put a goodbye message. Coda put out a goodbye message before he ended up leaving the server and leaving his Discord account. People will leave goodbye messages because again, we're friends. We've been together for so long. We talk in VCs all the time. We play games together. We are all working together to moderate the server. And she never left a goodbye. She never even DM'd anyone a goodbye. I think she DM'd Neon, but Neon hasn't really been around the server much, so I have no idea where Neon is standing on all this. He hasn't been around for the last month or two much. I mean, he has been here and there, but not much. But yeah, so like again, usually you're leaving goodbye messages. Usually you're telling people, you're DMing people, you're being like, hey, I gotta leave the server, or hey, I got demoted. I just want to say, hopefully we're still good friends. And again, that would have been fine. She just can't be trusted to be a staff member because she takes out whatever reason why she's mad and mod abuses people. So we just can't allow that. So yeah, this was a staff. I think I put the staff announcement here. Yeah, I think I did. Maid was demoted from staff The staff team with all staff-related roles being removed. We have a couple different staff roles. The reasoning being staff abuse / selective targeting, or targeted and bullying towards blank. None of these have mod logs for them. Besides the 14th one, the following messages above show all of that. With all the proof up there, we've already looked at all of that. No mod logs. No, well, we've seen all the audit logs, but no mod logs with them. Coda. As of currently, we are investigating complaints that have been given to us by many people a part of the server. As we were looking into it, we have found clear mod abuse on blank, and therefore we have demoted you. This is Coda's message to Made. You will be able to send your side of things to blank, TJV, or I about these complaints and actions you have taken. So that's Coda's message. Pretty respectful. Allows her to explain and talk. Part 7. Comments online. The fact that Made has continuously shown herself insulting TJV in live streams, tweets, and other comments since her departure from the server indicates that staffing on the server is a nightmare, which is hardly the case considering we have 16 staff members who disagree. She has also gone out of her way to join former staff members in saying our server is hell. So my ex-staff members, she just ran to them. She's hanging out with them. She's talking trash with them. Yada, yada, yada. Spreading misinformation. Yeah, she tried being my girlfriend's friend in the Discord, which is a little weird, but I don't know much about it. Spreading misinformation in an attempt to gather an even larger team of individuals who cannot leave a Discord server in the past, to the point where it has tethered friendships as if it was politics. So she's replying to somebody on the Liz Cat's post or whatever, saying, hey, I used to quote unquote work for him. I'll zoom into this because this is kind of funny. Hey, I used to work for him too. I wouldn't have put that in parentheses if he treated it like work and paid me. I was a mod in his Discord server. I must ask, were you one of his staff in his server too? So replying to somebody else. So I wouldn't have put in parentheses if he treated it like work and paid me. So again, I don't know. This is up to opinion if it seems like work or not. I do have a set of rules. You do the rules. If you need to be taught, we do a training period, just like a job would. And you're a baby mod, and then you get promoted to mod once you're done or learning the ropes. You have other people. People take different shifts. People work together. People are collaborating. It's kind of like a job, I guess. Kind of like work. But if she doesn't want to view it as work, fine. She complained about not being paid here on Liz Katz's comment. Tell me, guys, in the chat, do you think I should pay people to moderate a Discord server that does not have a lot of activity, like barely, and tell people what the rules are and remind them and like click a few buttons and it takes a little bit out of your time? Should I pay people for that? Why is she expecting payment or even mentioning anything about me paying her? No, I tell people all the time, it's voluntary. And by the way, last Christmas, I sent Christmas gifts out to my staff. This year, I'm not doing it. Because guess what? Staff members come and go all the time, and it's a lot harder. Now, I'm not trying to blame my current staff members at all, but I'm going to take another year to wait, and maybe birthdays, I'll send out birthday cards to my staff members. But last year, I spent a lot of money on my staff team that I had. I only had them for 4 months, and then they fucking left. Most of them left right after they got their gifts. They like, it was a couple weeks later, and then boom, they left the Discord, which was ridiculous. But TJV, don't mean to be a monkey, but I think it was sarcasm. Even if it's sarcasm, why even joke anything about the work and the paid thing right now? And she's sitting here saying I used to be a mod in the Discord server when commenting on a Twitter thing where everybody else is against me anyways. She sat here and says, I used to work for him too. I wouldn't have put in parentheses if he treated it like work and paid me. Well, she's implying something there that it either not treated like work and she's not getting paid, and the whole paid thing doesn't. You're a Discord mod. You expect to be paid. Sheepy has actually been a Discord mod for people. Sheepy, have you ever gotten paid to be a staff member before? To all the mods, I'm not being a headache. Love you all for the work you do. Oh, I bet they appreciate that a lot. you know, she thought she was going to be admin. I bet you got a lot to say. Maid also complained about not getting paid on the DRM stream thing. What? Oh, yeah, they had a podcast or whatever. Maid was part of the podcast. She complained about not getting paid. Does Maid have money problems? The fuck? Oh, boy. Huh?
We shouldn't make fun of broke people.
Oh, we shouldn't make fun of broke people. Well, then don't sit here and fucking beg for money for being part of a Discord staff team. I don't even think bigger YouTubers even pay Discord staff. Sheep says, I'm about to go in on some stuff I've heard from Simp, Links, and Maid. Oh, boy. That's going to be fun.
This is your garage.
I'm not saying quiet any longer. Well, I'll be able to pull in staff members after I'm done with the document. All right, so moving on. The reason why the whole paid thing is brought up in this tweet, it's not that big of a deal. It's another complaint. But the reason why this is brought up is I brought up several times, or I didn't bring it up. I brought up in my Discord that I sometimes give out Discord Nitro. I go to ping chat, I go to whatever chat, and I'll be like, hey, who wants Discord Nitro? And then the first person to say the number I'm thinking of in my head, I will DM them saying, hey, you won Discord Nitro, you guessed right, and then I will gift them Discord Nitro. So I used to gift members Discord Nitro, and members is who I want to make happy. I shouldn't have to make staff happy and give them Discord Nitro. But Maid has constantly asked for Discord Nitro from me. These are DMs of her asking for it. Can I have Nitro ooh woo flush? Whatever the emoji is. I sent it to her. Heart. I sent it to her because I thought it was going to be respectful. Where's my Nitro? Doing the uppercase and lowercase. Sends it. You better boost the server. I will. There, boosted it. And then she boosted the server with the Discord Nitro. But by the way, I sent Discord Nitro a couple times to her. Most of the time, she never even boosted. I think that was like one of the few times she actually boosted the server with the Discord Nitro that I paid for. Because I remember giving her Discord Nitro and not seeing any boost on this server at all. So, just an FYI. I've only seen her do, like, she's boosted the server other times when she paid for it or someone else paid for it, maybe. She has boosted it a few times, but she only boosted the server when I gave it to her. That one time I asked her, hey, would you boost the server? Which didn't really matter. I was just like, hey, you better boost the server, you know, because I'm giving you the Discord Nitro, so boost the server. But, yeah. Was this psycho addicted to Discord Nitro? I have no idea. Picture 1, 2, and 3. We'll read this part, and then hopefully we can get on to staff joining in. Running joke in the staff team is that we should be getting paid to deal with all the crap that happens in the server. Yeah, people say, oh, you don't pay me enough, TJV. Staff have said it all the time, which in the end is just a joke. We don't expect to be getting paid to moderate a Discord server. Her saying if he treated it like work and paid me just shows a disgusting amount of greed and selfishness. Again, even if she meant it as sarcasm and stuff like that, mentioning it in Twitter in a reply where everybody there is going to be against the guy that Liz just made a video about and showed that she blocked me, and saying that you used to work for me or mention anything remotely like that, and saying that I don't pay you and I don't treat it like work, instantly is going to raise eyes, questions, theories, allegations about shit. And again, it was just the wrong place for her to do it, and especially after she just got demoted, she should have done better. She should have thought a bit about it and been respectful and say she was going to move on like she said she was. Her saying if he, I just read that, and that she has publicly shown on Twitter, and even much more slimy now, knowing she has been getting paid somewhat through the amount of Nitro she was giving and actively was asking. And these aren't the only messages AdMaid has sent. This is mainly ones that are crossing that line. Part 8, Maid's response. Maid response on 2/12/2021. I think that's December 2nd, maybe. I don't know. It's at some point. But this is a response after she left the server and after I mentioned it in the chat. She kept coming to my chats as a regular viewer to talk about stuff, and I think she was like saying, okay, Maid said something like, oh, Trevor's never going to look at chat. Trevor never reads chat. He's going to ignore this or whatever. And I said, Maid, no, I'm busy fucking talking about something. You just got demoted. You're just a viewer. I don't have to answer to everything you do. I'm going to look out for the members of my channel, like 02. His name is Green. I'm going to look out for his name, and then I'm going to look out for Blue, the staff. I'm not going to look at every single white username on there, and every message being sent, I have stuff to talk about. But Maid would constantly put in chat. He never looks at chat. He's just ignoring people. He's just doing this, and that, which Maid would get pissy when she doesn't have the attention. When she types something in chat, she doesn't view it. She gets pissy. We all get upset that we don't get noticed sometimes. But she would go to the extent to having sarcasm and insulting and doing shit like that over and over and over again. You might even call that a little selfish. I don't know. Having said that, though, after I called her out publicly on stream, I said, you're demoted. You're not a staff member anymore. You're sitting here talking in here, trying to set up a big game like you were a staff member. You did it when you were a staff member, now you're doing it again, and continuing the drama again. You're demoted. Maid, just stop. I would actually like you to not watch my content anymore. Just leave. Like, it's annoying you coming in here and sitting here saying, he'll never do this, he'll never do that, as if you know what I will do. You don't. You're just a Discord staff member. You don't know me. And she would talk like she does all the time. So, again, after I said that publicly, and I spent, like, literally, like, less than 10 minutes talking about that during this few-hour live stream, she DM'd me a big response. And an Omrecker-sized response. So we're going to read it real quick, and everything she has to say. Maid's response. I remember when TJV practically threw me under the bus in a video where he explained why he went after a YouTube account with less than 100 subscribers or so. She said that I threw her under the bus, apparently. Ohm probably paid off TJV to side with him, which she knows better than anyone. She's just a staff member. She knows what I did and didn't do. She knows exactly all of that, but she thinks that Ohm paid me. Your people literally this is why I call her like small brain energy right here. This is her brain this small. She actually thinks Ohm paid me cash to side with him when I'm against everything he has done and everything he has said, beside a couple things. Seriously? You really think Ohm paid me? How stupid can you be? I see people talking about this all the time. As a joke, it's fine. Saying, oh yeah, Ohm probably paid that person. You know, as a joke, it's fine. But you really think Omrecker sent the time to send me money? He wired money over to me. Are you that dumb? I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to say. It's so dumb. She'd be becoming a level 3 supporter. I really appreciate that. I don't think you're the first staff member to become a member, but a member of the channel. But I appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a level 3 supporter. Hopefully you use your name in the chat responsible, which I know you will because you're a staff member. Thank you for becoming a level 3 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. Kind of spit on that one, but I tried saying it fast. Ohm paid me to be your staff member, bro. The fuck you mean? Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know. Ohm threatened to sue this man. Yeah, Ohm threatened to sue me. You think he's paying me money now? So, Maid saying this comment is either one, a joke, and she's trying to insult me or make me say something bad. And I don't know if this is my live stream or someone else's live stream. It's probably someone else's live stream, but it is something that happened. Oh, guys, when you become a member, the Yoshi, it's a rainbow Yoshi. When someone subscribes, it's just a green one. When someone becomes a member, they're a rainbow one. Dark Pet Yeti player, welcome to becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. Hopefully you see the green name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. I gotta get back into the rhythm of saying that. It's been a while. All right, moving on though. Let's read her big response. This is gonna be a lot. I'm gonna have to do this constantly. Actually, I'm gonna zoom out. Sorry if the text is too tiny, but I don't want to have to scroll back and forth constantly. All right, Trevor, you wanted me to DM you. I think I said something like, hey, instead of just talking in my live chat, just DM me, have my Discord. I think that's probably what that is. You said that me leaving the server meant I didn't care about anyone on the staff team. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have blocked everyone and just cut all communications. Brandon Davis becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. Hopefully you see the green name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. That one was pretty good. I really appreciate all the members, and you'll see the rainbow Yoshi pop up if it probably already did. I probably missed it, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So she's saying right here in the beginning, saying, I think I said something like, you never messaged anyone, you never left a goodbye message, you haven't messaged a single staff member in a while, so you still haven't to this day. You don't really care about us, and if you did, you would have reached out to us and said something, or said that you're no longer working with us. It would have meant a lot more, and a lot of people were curious, being like, why didn't Maid ever send me a message? We were cool, we were friends, or whatever. Well, she never did, and she goes, oh, if I didn't care about him, I would have blocked him and cut all communication if I didn't care about him. Okay, that's just like your friend who ain't going to talk to you for the next 6 years if you never hit him up says, oh, I would have blocked you if I didn't care about you. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Cole Bizzle, member for 2 months, level 3 supporter. We need to just forgive and forget, but get some hot dogs with them burgers. Thank you for coming. A level 3 supporter. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you screen the name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming a level 3 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. So many members. I think Sheepy kind of started a member train. Every few comments there's going to be a new member who joined. I appreciate it. Give the train going longer. I don't mind. All the green names in the chat are going to be nuts. I mean, I'd love to have like 60 members at one point. That would be cool. Regardless, though, she's sitting here talking pretty much about she would have blocked and cut ties. Well, yeah, it's people that you don't talk to since you were back in high school. You haven't talked to them in years. Do you think they care about you, or do you think that it's just an old friend or whatever like that? I'm saying if you really, really, really cared about these people, you would have reached out to them. You would have said goodbye. You would have talked to them. There wasn't much of that. She just kept them on the friends list, but left the server. Probably never going to talk to him again unless that she wants something, I guess. I don't know. Left the server. I left the server because I needed to. My mental state was fucked and I needed a break. Looking back on it, I took a break in the wrong place. In the live stream, you claimed that the stuff was upset that I was removed. If that's the case, then why did they all just cut communication? The only person that messaged me after I was demoted, other than Neon, was Sheepy, and all she said was that she was disappointed. Alex, Uni, and Smurfa only talk to me on Sundays for D&D because they have to. The only person who messages me or calls me anymore is Neon. Okay, well, she's talking about, well, nobody reaches out to me, so why shouldn't I reach out to them? Well, they're currently fucking busy, and they're talking to a lot of people, too. And the fact that you're no longer in the server where you constantly talk to people in these chats, I'm sorry, but if you want to continue communication, it's not their fucking job to now carry the conversation out. You're the one demoted. If you want to keep talking to these people like you were in my server, then you need to take it to DMs and actually contact them. It's not their job to do it. If they want to, they can. Neon did it, that's fine. But you can't expect all the staff to do it. If you wanted to communicate, you have to reach out because you're the one demoted, you're the one removed. My staff like to just keep things in my server or in someone else's server. They just like talking in servers instead of DMs all the time. DMs are annoying to always talk in, and if you're talking in a group or in a chat or in a group chat, it's just a lot easier. And again, all of this would have been better. Oh, she told me, fucking liar. And apparently she lied, saying that, because right here she says the only person who reached out to me other than Neon was Sheepy, and all she said was that she was disappointed. The X right here saying I barely use my DMs. Exactly. TJ, remember that we got that call tonight. Yep, we got it. I'm gonna glance through this again. This will all be in the Google Doc and stuff like that. The Sheepy stuff is right here where my mouse is. You can read all of this. I'm going to scan through it real quick. Right here, she goes, I'm trying to move past all of this. I really am. Bullshit. You were in live chat continuing to talk shit about me. You continued to sit here and cause drama past you being demoted. Bullshit. She also, the whole, I needed to take a break because my mental state was fucked and I needed a break. Yeah, you were in fucking live streams continuing to talk bad about me, but you need a break? So what you really need is people to step away and stop talking bad about you. But when you talk bad about them, it's okay. Explain that. Does that make sense, chat? Thunder Cookie with $50 super chat. Holy shit, forgot to donate for some reason. Do I get to remain the undisputed king of donos? Also, do piano practice stream. I see that piano in the background. I do want to learn a few things on the piano. I do know some things, but yeah, I'll have to do it sometime. It'd be cool to pull it out. I want to do a 24-hour live stream and just mess around with shit in my room and do something like that. Appreciate everyone. Go to the emojis in the chat and give Thunder Cookie the crown because he is the king of donos. Thank you for the $50 super chat. I don't think anybody's taking that away from you. But yeah. She says her mental state was fucked. I don't believe her. I don't believe her for a second because she was in other live stream chats talking about drama. She was constantly sitting here talking bad about me after she was demoted. It wasn't just because of her mental break. She didn't just leave the server. She was probably embarrassed and humiliated that the entire staff probably knew why she was demoted, and she left the server. She was so salty that she was no longer a staff member. Okay, this is because we don't want to associate with her anymore. We don't want to be fucking staff or having you on the staff team anymore. We really don't want that anymore. We just don't. And it's just ridiculous. $50 super chat from J Bird Dylan 98. Another $50. That is crazy. I mean, that's like 1 penny off. I mean, I guess you can also get a crown. Give crowns to J Bird as well. Holy crap. You guys are nuts. I forgot where I was talking about. I'm sorry. I should not be doing that. I gotta be better. Bro, I got proof in DMs. All right, I'll hold it up. I'll bring it up, sheepy. But yeah. The audit log messages I deleted from Vandalism were GIFs. Actually, scratch that. It was same GIF sent over and over, which is considered spamming. I forgot to log it that time. The times I muted Vandal and VC that same night were because he was saying some petty, nasty stuff about me. One of those things being made, why don't you be like your name and go clean something? There were other staff members in the VC who had no issue with me muting him for that, which none of my staff members came to confirm this later on when we talked to him about it. I don't feel like the context for that fuck off is there, so I'll gladly explain. A few nights before the demotion, so this is her saying fuck off. I was told Vandal was still talking shit about me, and there's a lot more stuff to talk about there. Again, this is personal stuff between them. If you want to read into it and see who deserves this and who deserves to say this, yada yada yada, it's whatever. If you want the entire conversation, I'll give it to you. I'm done with all of this. If you expected something else, I don't know what to tell you. I'll stop, forget about everything, and I won't bring up your name up again. Hell, I'll even delete the tweets. Just keep my name out of your live streams. I'm sick and tired of this. Also, I'd like to type one more quick thing. The whole you guys getting banned from that server thing, I had nothing to do with. I don't know who banned you all, but I'm sure as hell, I sure as hell didn't. So don't go around saying that I did, because it just isn't true. So there was another server of the Dark Ritz Damien podcast server, and she was a part of the podcast at one point. She was a staff member. She was getting annoyed and deleting messages of mine and other people's when we were just having a fun time in a chat, trying to be respectful and actually friendly to Maid several times, but she just refused and kept deleting our messages. Then we were all kicked or banned or whatever from the server. I got told from them that Maid said something about it, or somebody did it. Maybe they did it. I sat here and I said it was probably Maid because she was deleting our chats and she hates us anyways because she does nothing but talk bad about me, and obviously she has nothing nice to say about the staff. So that's why I said what I said. And then she says constantly, I'll stop. Right here, I'll stop. Forget about everything. I won't bring up your name again. I'll even delete those tweets. All right. Go delete those tweets. I'm not deleting this video, though. Everything mad about you is going to remain online. Maid of Honor 18 is her Twitter handle. Maid of Honor is her Discord. If you ever see that pop up, just warning you, be careful about that. Scrolling down. Again, if you want to read the full response, the Google Doc will be posted on my Twitter and in my Discord, so find it at one of those places. Right here, this is funny. Louis Caliber had something to say about Maid. Right here. Louis Caliber, at Maid, get out of my DMs again, please. Maid replies saying, at Louis Caliber, bruh. Don't know if this is a joke, don't know at all, but if Maid actually has DMs with Louis Caliber, that's a little scary. Just to let you know, I have no idea what that entails or what, but I don't know if it's a joke or what. But that's what Louis had to say about Maid one time during a stream that was put in there. At one point. Part 9 conclusion. I'm going to read this off real quick. Wait, is that... I don't know. I don't know what Maid and Louis, if they actually had DMs or if it was just a joke Louis said. I have no idea. I have yet to hear confirmation from either one. I don't like how Trevor and the server are getting hated on in the past. This is a conclusion from Coda. So this is one of Coda's messages. It's one of the last messages we'll probably ever hear from Coda if he never joins back again over all this stuff. I don't like how Trevor and the server are getting hated on by past staff. If it was so bad, surely you would have said something to us or Trevor personally instead of publicly. This is what you have been doing when you left the server, tethering friendships we thought we made with you. And I feel sick that it had to result in making a document warning other users and to defend my current friend's image on the server when you could have moved on and potentially been brought back to staff a few months later showing maturity. Talking shit about a job you once had is not a good outlook no matter who you are. From what you have said on Twitter, you are purposely misunderstanding things just to make us seem bad, but it becomes even more absurd for Made to pretend that this drama is to help people know why to hate TJV. This is one of the most disgusting and disingenuous webs of lies that this user has ever spun. This is from a person whose actions of bullying, harassment, and running from the truth due to lying, but it's part of a broader lie being sold to TJV fans and those who mention him in their content by a Discord mod whose messages 80% of the time are that TJV is a bad person to protect the people, but it's entirely about protecting yourself and your opinions on drama, and using mental health for not typing out a sentence mod log is quite a joke. We have the witness, we have the screenshots, and now we know that you target TJV because you don't agree with his videos and opinions. I never thought in Discord we would be targeted by an ex-Discord mod this much for having differing opinions. You tried to contact Louis Caliber, you tried to gaslight conversations on Twitter and in Livestream chats, you try involving past staff because no one will talk with you other than the past staff you failed, and you failed because you don't have empathy for past staff, only your image, which you want to support your opinion on some YouTube drama. And if this was due to mental health, why would you go on to live streams only a day after you left and spread lies and cause drama? My contempt is unreservedly directed at you and no one else. This isn't cyberbullying. Her actions speak louder than her words on Twitter. If anyone is cyberbullying her here, it's her. This document is protecting a friend's career from lies and personal gain. If this last paragraph is a bit harsh for some Discord drama, I agree with you completely. But this is how far she has taken. From Coda, this document was made entirely by myself, Coda, so don't bring anyone else down in this sinking ship other than me if you post a debunking response. So aim your pitchfork and torch at me, Made, for simply telling the truth on your demotion. See ya on Twitter, because it's probably going to be on Twitter. This document was made by Coda. Major apologies if this document had any grammar or spelling mistakes or images that are not high quality. Okay, so that's the document, and there's not nothing else that Coda has made. He sent it over. He asked me, double-checked on things that can be in there, what can't be in there, yada, yada, yada. We are still protecting Maid's privacy. We're not trying to dox her or reveal anything private about her or anything she said privately about us. But I will say that that is something that Coda sat here and said. What your guys' thoughts on, if you guys are going to read this later, let me know. That is something that Coda read up and stuff like that. It's the last thing that I've ever heard from Coda was this document. He just wanted to make sure that everything is out there. He organized it the best way he can, and he put explanations that he did. I second this 100%, everything that's in here. And I do think that this does show a lot about Maid. If there's more explanations and even reasonings to why these actions are done, these were not spoken out and they weren't taken the right way, and she did not do the right actions at all. I do believe that everything on here is very important, and I'm not going to be sitting here constantly making videos, but this is going to be the one and only video that will have the same thumbnail and the same title for all time, always, forever and ever, and it will never be taken down because I think people should know what this staff member has done. I'm probably going to end up making another video like this if another ex-staff member wants to try to test me or test my staff and try to do this. Trust me, there's plenty of my ex-staff members who have sat here and tried to say negative things about me months, almost a full year after they left, and they want to continue to bring up old drama just to make me seem worse. So, I'm not going to name everyone. Simp is one of them. You guys might remember Ab Nation. She's been one going to Twitter about this shit. There's people that I thought left on good terms and they just wanted to leave the server and no longer return, but they left peacefully. They came back onto Twitter or Discord, and I've had it sent to me where they're talking trash about me and saying negative things about my Discord server and how they interacted with me. So again, I will continue to do this if I have to. I'm not doing this to have anybody attack, harass, go attack her or anything. I don't want that to happen, so don't attack, harass, send death threats, do anything towards Maid. That's not my goal, but it is my goal to sit here and spill the truth. So if you ever run into these individuals again, you know not to associate with them or not to get too close with them, because these are the things that they're going to try to do. These are the nasty things and the little rat-like behaviors that they're going to end up pulling off. And I want everyone here to be absolutely careful. So, having said this, it's going to turn into a little bit more of a chill stream. I got a couple other things that I'm going to show here and there, but I'm all going to have that to do with people joining a call and speaking. I'm going to do one at a time, and I want any staff member or any member who has, well, not any member. I'm only going to take staff member and probably Chilled Venom. I'm going to probably just take the staff members who've had interactions with them that would like to share, and then Chilled Venom, that's going to be the only thing. Mention the things DRM did. This live stream is not really about DRM. Damian, Ritz, and all of them, they have some sort of potential influence on Maid, but everything between DRM and Chilled Venom, that is not the topic of this. This is just about Maid. They do have some involvement, but there is something happening in their server that they allowed, which is wrong of them to allow, but they allowed Maid to be a staff member for a while, and I am going to talk about that here in a second. Cole Bizzle, $2 super chat. Have a Merry Christmas, UJV. Go get some chocolate. Well, thank you very much. I will have to go get some chocolate for sure. I appreciate it. Sorry guys, I gotta do something real quick, and then I'll pull in someone. Any staff member who wants to join, just DM me real quick now, and we'll get a quick opinion, stories. If you guys have any proof, any evidence, you can share it, and I'll share my screen and show it. But we're gonna have staff members join real quick, finish that up, and then if we have time at the end, Chilled Venom, if he wants to come on to talk about it a little bit, he can. This isn't really, I didn't really say a lot about you, Chilled Venom, and I don't really want to talk about a lot of the DRM. If you stream for another 2 hours, I'll join. I don't know if it will be another 2 hours or not. The fuck has DRM and Maid got to do with the TJV Discord? There is something, Posh, that I will have to share here in a second. I just have to look. One second. Any questions too? Anything else? If you are waiting to do any super chats, any memberships, anything else like that as well, this would be a great time to do it. And all that other good stuff. All right. Cool. blah, 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 blah. All right. So we're going to go to Discord real quick. All right. So there is something to share. Thank you for the Merry Christmas, anybody else? All right, Thunder, I'll cue you in last. Sheepy, I'm going to call you real quick because I know you wanted to come on. I don't know if they can hear everything, so I'm going to try to set that up real quick. Desktop. All right, Sheepy, you want to talk real quick, see if they can hear you?
Y'all should sub. It's very little money, you know.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, I will turn it up a little bit. All right. So, Sheepy, what did you want to talk about specifically? Did you send it over Discord or
Yeah, so you know that part where she pretty much said, like, hey, so Sheepy reached out. I did reach out, but she pushed me away. So technically, it is her fault of not having someone be there for her because I tried being her.
Yeah, so she
For her.
she claimed that you said that you were just disappointed.
I was disappointed and I was trying to get something out of her, you know, and I sent you the screenshots of the messages pretty much.
Okay. So I'll pull that up real quick. I'll first pull up. Go ahead.
I pretty much said to you, I'm like, I'm just here to give my opinion on the entire maid of honor situation. Maid of honor is my friend, a great person for that matter. She had her problems and was there for me for everything. Of course, there's a fine line between being toxic and just straight up being a dick. Maid has crossed the line multiple times, and it hurts me to say this, but Maid, you are hereby expelled from friendship from me because you hurt my friends and will not give up your childish behaviors. This is part of what I want to say, and yada, yada, yada. And then I sent you the screenshots of what she sent to me.
Right. So I'm on screen. I'm here showing what Maid said to me, saying Sheepy was Sheepy, and all she said was that she was disappointed. That's the only thing she said. Well, right here in Discord, we have images showing right here saying, well, hi, I just heard, with Sheepy starting the conversation. She put ... So I know you don't want to talk about it, but like, I'm just a little shocked is all. If you're here to say that you're disappointed, which Maid brought up the disappointing thing first, actually, I really don't need it. As mean as that sounds, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not disappointed. I'm just curious as to why. I'm just very curious. Why is everyone talking about it? No, I just saw the mod log saying you got demoted. Oh, surprising. As if she knows that every action that I take also has to be mod logged, so she knows if I demoted her, it needs to be. I removed roles for her, so does need to be mod logged. So everyone would have saw it, and we don't keep secrets of demoting. We don't try to hide that. You didn't even. Does the second screenshot say that you're disappointed or no? No,
I guess I never said I was disappointed.
No, she brought up, oh, I guess you're here to say you're disappointed. She goes, I'm not disappointed, and I quote, I'm not disappointed. So she just straight up lied again, saying, oh, she made her situation seem worse than what it was. And she wanted pity, she wanted sympathy, she wanted me to stop doing it because she felt like I'm lying and making up this bullshit. I'm not. Like, Sheepy is a friend. We were all still friends with you even after you got demoted. You took it to the level extreme. You think that everyone was against you when we weren't. What happened was you went online to continue to cross the line, bring up more drama, shit on people, shit on me for that matter. And I've always said for the longest time, I don't care if people shit on me. I can take it. I'm not a fucking pussy about this shit. But what I am upset about is if you're going to keep constantly doing it and lie about it. Liars are just annoying, and I hate people lying. So again, thanks to Sheepy sharing her side of the DMs. Sheepy never even said she was disappointed. She Maid brought up that she thought, like, oh, you're probably here to tell me you're disappointed. And Sheepy said the exact opposite, saying, I'm just curious. I'm worried. I'm not disappointed. I just wanted to talk to you. And Maid, like Sheepy said, Maid was the one that pushed Sheepy away. So again, another thing that Maid is lying about. So again, if you're close with Maid, if you're friends with Maid, just be careful. She will lie. She has done this stuff before, and that's all I want to put out there. She is not, again, she needs her modem and her router removed from her house and get off the internet. I don't think she's capable of being responsible on the internet, and that's all I think. But thank you very much, Shippy. Did you want to share anything else?
Oh, yeah. So you know how like the fact when Simp was still on staff members, right?
Yeah.
He literally, the only reason why I'm exposing this now is because I'm getting this out of my system and it's been in my system for months.
Okay.
So pretty much I was the scapegoat and kind of the spy with everything about trying to get other staff members demoted and everything, pretty much. And trying to get anything bad. And I don't want to mention names, but I will mention one that always came up, and that was Uni.
Like Simp would bring up Uni, or
He has blatantly told me he does not want Uni as a staff member anymore. And I'm just like, sure.
so Simp is expecting you to be a spy, and for you to come over and somehow get Uni demoted.
Pretty much. You remember that whole like situation where we had like a whole bunch of drama and everything? I called you
Yeah.
like a couple months ago saying like the whole drama that was part of that situation. And then I had to lie about it, saying it wasn't because of that, but I didn't feel too good about it.
Right. So
to be honest.
if you guys don't know, and I appreciate your honesty, Simp is an ex-staff member. He ended up leaving when half my staff team left. Half of them left after sending them gifts and going through Christmas. Half of them left. There was a big argument between the staff team. Half of them decided to leave, and then over time, more and more people were leaving. Many people came on as staff members, and Simp was one of those who left and has been gone for a long time. He has said a bunch of awful things, such as he was joking about strapping a bomb to my Corvette. He's joked about that. He sat here and said that I've sent him gifts to harm himself, like I was promoting for him to kill himself. He's lied about that. He has sat here and said that I'm a child predator, and he's gaining evidence to expose me, apparently. And then now with Sheepy saying this, he's wanting people to be demoted, and he thinks he can talk to Sheepy or staff members of mine to try to stir up drama or anything. So now this is all public. This is all going to be out there. I hope they come out with a response, and we have plenty of witnesses saying, yes, you did say this, you said this to me. So I would love to see what they have to say, if they're just going to flat out deny it, or if they're going to come out and tell the truth, or if they're just going to go run and hide and say it never happened. So I appreciate you bringing that up, though. That's
the thing is, I don't want like super bad things, because like I don't necessarily like having bad relationships. Like I wish them all well. It's just I'm tired of people, using me for information or using me for, other stuff because of kindness and shit.
Well, that's the thing.
So,
like a big unexpected thing that happened recently. Kenzie was an ex-staff member. She went around and said bad things about me, but she came back she got in contact with Posh, and Posh told me, and I unblocked her and everything, because she was one of those staff members that I just blocked. They were kind of talking crap all the time. And she reached out, apologized for everything, moved on, said, hey, I just want to come back to the community. I'm sorry, but I was childish back then. I'm more mature now. And I told her, thank you a lot for being mature. Yeah, you're welcome to come back. And then I want that for all. I would want everyone of my ex-staff members, even Maid, I would want everyone to be cool like that and do it. When they start taking it over the line, like Simp or Maid has done, that's kind of where I call it quits. I mean, we've had staff members just take it way too far. They're never going to be allowed back, but a lot of them can still come back. They just got to be they got to be nice, just respectful, just be mindful. You don't have to be a staff member. You can come back as a member. Most of them wouldn't even be a staff member ever again, but they're welcome to come back. I'm always down to be respectful and have a conversation. Last night I was having a conversation with Dino. She was respectful, nice. Pork was there. It was all great. And I thought I got told that Dino was talking trash about me and saying this, and this about me. And she clarified, nope, never said it. No idea. They have no proof of it. Never said it. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, until I get proof of you saying it, I'm not going to assume that you're lying. You know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll be respectful about that. So again, you can be respectful. You can do this. And Kenzie did it. Kenzie was a great example of what a staff member could do to resolve this drama and have a good relationship still with everybody that they were on the staff team with. So it's just unfortunate people like Maid and Simp can't really get over it, and I hope they would. And I'm fleshing all of this out. I don't care. Like I kept it private and didn't say anything about it for over the last year and a half. I've been blowing up on YouTube. The reason why I've never spoken about it is because I don't want to disrespect them. I wanted to respect them and keep it private. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't think I'm wrong in any of it, and that's not why I'm talking. I'm not talking about it because it's respectful to all parties if it just gets resolved behind the scenes. Now I'm to the point where, hey, if you want to keep pulling your bullshit, it's going to be exposed online because I'm done. I'm no longer, if I expose it online and everything that I got and share my side of the story, it's done. It's over. Anybody who comes across my video and talks about it or recognizes these ex-staff members from like me or my videos or my Discord server, they'll know exactly, hey, well, we know his side. What's your side? What's your answers for this? And people will automatically stop associating with them. And yes, I think it is important for people to not associate with certain people if they're going to prove repetitive bad behavior over and over again across the line. So is there anything else you wanted to include, Sheepy?
I mean, I remember I was running Abby's server, and I guess there's like some rules or whatnot. And I remember a call because I was, I guess, in tears as well because of like a bunch of stress when I was admin, and I went to him, and he was feeding me information, I guess, trying to paint you as a bad person.
Who was this?
I think this was before I left. Like, I left the server for a few months, and then I came back after summer. So this was pretty recent, I think. When did I leave the server? The last time?
I don't know. It was a couple months ago, I think. I don't remember. It was the last time it happened.
Yeah. It's been multiple times.
Chilled Venom says in the chat, well, just to let you know, TGV, you should probably be careful about someone who has mental health issues. When a group of people like this add pressure to one person, it's a lot to handle. Hey, I wish they would, go somewhere in person to handle those mental health problems. If they want to continue to be on the internet and talk shit, they're going to get shit on. I'm sorry, but you got to be smarter than that. We will tell you all the time, get off the internet. If you have mental health problems, go seek out help. Go get help. And I want these people, I want them healthy lives. I hope Maid has a great Christmas with her family. I don't wish ill intent among her. I wish ill intent. I don't wish any ill intent. I just hope she never gets on the internet again. That's all I hope for. I hope she never becomes another mod because I don't think she's suitable to do it. She's hurt me and several other people over and over again. She's proved repetitive bad behavior. I don't care if she has mental health problems. Go settle that in person. Internet's not the place for it. And if she wants to continue to be on the internet, and she gets crapped on, that's her own decision. One thing I will say is that any YouTuber who goes through those allegations and stuff like that, if they get off the internet, which we've seen a lot of YouTubers like get off their channels to go better themselves, that is what these guys need to do. They need to get off the internet and better themselves, and a lot of them just need to learn how to be decent human beings and respect others. That's what most of them, and I think that's what Maid needs to do. I don't give a damn if she has mental health problems. That ain't gonna stop me from talking about what she's done bad. Her actions are her actions. She's to blame. She has responsibility of those, and if she wants her mental health to be better, she will get off the internet and get better. Point blank, period. So, again, I'm not going to take pity just because somebody has a mental health problem. If I had a mental health problem, why would I blame it on other people online? No, you go handle that in person. Yes, could it be an effect? Yes, could it be part of the cause? Sure. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. But I'm saying your answer, your solution isn't for other people to be quiet about it. Their solution is to get off the internet and separate themselves from it. And if Maid ain't capable of getting off the internet and separating herself from it, that's her own damn fault. Then I don't care what happens. I don't care if she, any of that. I hope she does well. I hope she makes the right decision. But if she's going to continue to make bad decisions, I don't care where you end up. You'll end up where you end up if you want to continue to make bad decisions. So.
Yeah, no, I that's the reason why I left. I was like not in a good place, and it wasn't fair for you guys, so I left, and then I came back when I was ready, which was back in September.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, you're a great example of how the staff members should have handled it. And again, I hope everyone strives to do more like what you did, because you handled it fine. You were open, you were honest about it. You always messaged me or somebody, or even the group. Like, you would ping staff and just let everyone know on how you're doing and how everything's going. Like that. That's a perfect example of what others like Made should have done and what people should have done in the past. Chilled Venom continued by saying, I am just saying, because I don't want ever want to be put in a spot where someone goes to self-harming links. When I hear what happened with Coda, I was pissed that almost no one went to go help him. Well, again, like I said, he did the right thing by getting off and going to do what he has to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can be pissed about other people making the situation worse. You can be pissed about me if I made this situation worse than Made. You can be pissed at me. But the only thing that's going to help her is by getting off the internet. And I'm not trying to push her off the internet. She can retaliate, she can argue back, and fine, that's her right to do so. But if her mental health keeps getting worse and she's not going out to get help to fix that, that's her own damn fault. That's not my fault because I spoke out about this. I have every right to speak out about this. Look at how many times she's crossed the lines, had bad behavior, treated people disrespectfully. Look at the amount of drama she keeps trying to bring up all the time. I feel almost obligated to do it by being a good friend to Coda and being a good friend to my other staff. She flat out just lied to me about what Sheepy said. Do we want to dig into more lies that she said? Do we really want to analyze this and talk about Made for 6 months straight, analyzing every little message she said? Because I promise you, there's a lot more lies that she has said, and you just don't know that, Chilled Venom. So again, all I'm saying is, it's her own damn fault. If she goes to the lengths of self-harming, I really hope she doesn't. I really hope she seeks out help and never gets to that point. But if she does, and she refuses to go get help, and she's not working right now to better herself because she has mental health problems, that is on her. She needs to go do that. And Chill Venom, if you're in communication with her, you need to tell her to go do that. She should not be upset about what some random YouTuber with 120 viewers online are saying about her. She should not give a damn. Her life should mean so much more than this. Her life should go so much further than this. All of your guys' lives should go further than this. But if right now what's at the center of your life right now is my live stream and my channel, you are sad and pathetic. Go get a life. This should be something you do as a side thing. You can be a fan, you can be part of the community, it could be a big part of your lives, sure, but it shouldn't be the center of your lives. You should have something else going on in your life. The only person that should be at the center of this is me, because this is what I'm doing as a job. This is what I have to live with and talk about every day. This is something I'm constantly working at. I'm the only person who has to deal with this 100%. Made can leave this at any point off the internet and go do what she has to do to better herself. That is not on me. So I'm just letting you know. It took Coda. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I also want to point out is like, what's it called? I don't wish anything as well. I'm just not. I don't want to say exposing because I don't want to seem like a bitch.
Well,
or
you're
anything,
defending
but
yourself too.
Yeah.
She just sat here and said that you messaged her just to tell her, that you were disappointed in her. Which, if she were to ever do anything, like self-harming, people would run to you and blame you if you never sent me proof that that's a lie. That actually you said the opposite. You wanted to talk to her. You wanted to be there for her. So she is refusing help, and it almost seems like she wants the attention. She wants good attention, but when it's bad attention, she's trying to run away. And if I did that on my channel, I would be in a very different spot. It would be a horrible thing for me if I, tried to shut out every bad attention that I've gotten. So you were just here to defend yourself, Sheepy. There's nothing wrong that you did, but yeah, I know from the entire staff team. I can speak on behalf of my entire staff team. We all want Made to be in a good spot. We don't wish anything ill intent among her. None of us are that mad about it. But am I mad about ex-staff members going to these lengths all the time? Yes, that's why I'm talking about it. And if you have mental health problems, get off the fucking internet and go handle it. It isn't our job to censor what we say and what we talk about. It ain't. And I'm surprised, Chilled Venom, that you even want to go to the audacity to say, hey, be careful, TJV, about what you say, or be careful about saying any of this stuff. No, Chilled Venom, you know better than anyone that commentary channels in general, they will say what they say. You got a problem with it, you hit the dislike button or you hit the like button. That's it. If you say something so bad and get canceled, you get canceled. But at the end of the day, if you want to get away from it, get off the internet. And I'm surprised Shield Venom, you must care about her so much. She's a friend of yours. And if so, great. Hopefully you guys are good friends. But I'm just saying, you can't keep babying her. You can't keep thinking that all of us are going to talk nice about her just to make her feel better. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, but again, if she took this a different way and was respectful, I would have never done this. I'm only doing this because of the amount of disrespect she's shown. I'm not going to keep giving respect to her by keeping this private. I'm going to share it, one live stream, get it over with, get it done, and move on. If it keeps getting brought up again and I have to respond to it, that would be the only time I make more content about it. So yeah. Did you want to add anything else before I invite anyone else?
Just if you got just a little message though, if you guys are feeling that type of way, please get help. I mean, myself I have most definitely dealt with it. I've talked to Trevor about it. I'm better now. I've distanced myself from everything. But if you guys are feeling like that, please get yourself some help and don't just like lash out on other people. Don't blame other people, because if you continue to go to the same thing that hurts you the most, then it's technically on you. You need to make the initiative and actually get yourself some help. It's going to be harder. It's hard to what's it called? It's easier said than done, but once you take that first step of getting help, it gets a lot easier with time.
Right. And I do want to say real quick that we were, to chill Venom, us staff team, we were there. We were always there for Coda. We were. It's others who weren't like we were when Chill Venom, when you and me had to talk before. I'm saying if Damien, Ritz, and all of them were making the thumbnail and stuff like that, I didn't see much of them reaching out. Ritz did show that he did talk to him a bit, but Damien and Dark didn't really reach out to him, or they didn't show anything that they did reach out to him. Us staff team, we've been there for him. We've always been there for him. We've reached out to him. Posh isn't lying. If you're saying that none of us staff team was there for him, that is like. I don't blame Posh for wanting to say fuck you, because we were all there for him. Posh was, really close, a lot closer than the other staff was. So yeah, we were there for Coda before he left. He always reached out to me. He even told me when his break was going to happen and everything. He was keeping me up to date and everything, and I was responding to him to the best I can. Okay, but the last couple months, I haven't been able to talk to many staff or be on Discord much. And that's why I'm kind of thrown off, being like, damn, I wish I was on more often. I didn't know this was probably going to be the last couple months Coda was going to be off. Hopefully he returns. Again, hashtag Coda come back. It's just like the Gary come home song from SpongeBob. I'm going to make a jingle, Coda come back. But yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Sheepy, for hopping on. Is there anything final you want to say?
Yeah, fuck you. I'm kidding.
I like her.
All right. See you, Sheepy.
Okay, bye.
All right. All right. So I'm going to save Vandalism and Chilled. You guys are going to be in the same call. I'm going to be reviewing that document here in a second. I'm going to go over with Thunder. Thunder said, cue me in near last. So I'm going to cue you in real quick. Thunder, hopefully you're in the chat. Hopefully he's on. Hello, Thunder.
Hi. Hold on, let me just mute the stream.
All right.
There we go. Okay, we're good to go.
All right. Chat, let me know if I need to turn him up or down or anything. I'll turn him up a little bit right now. But yeah, Thunder, did you want to say anything about the whole maid situation and all that?
Honestly, there's really not much to say due to the fact that this whole situation in particular isn't really supposed to be this big to begin with. It just got big because of what Maid was doing, and it was something that I didn't really expect. And whenever I saw the whole decision of demoting her, I just realized that, okay, she did something wrong. She'll probably, apologize and everything will be honky-dory and stuff like that. But she just left and did something that was, very immature and unexpected. I thought Maid knew better, but until I saw what she did, I just started losing hope that she would probably come back. And then she started tweeting about it and doing all that kind of good stuff. And so afterwards, I just kind of really, lost all faith in her and, just cut her off of anything that any memories that I've ever had with her and all that kind of good stuff. Because I've had drama with her before, but that's about something else. Nothing to do with this. And I've noticed that sometimes when we do mod logs, she tends to, go a little bit off course, or her mod logs aren't really that justified. They're kind of shaky, sometimes even very shaky. And I'm sure most of the, everyone in the staffing can agree with me on this.
So you're saying like her actions to either verbally warn people, to mute them, to kick them, to whatever her action is. Her actions are a bit shaky. They're not like you should have probably done something different than that, or you probably shouldn't have done it at all.
Yeah, it's also partially because at the beginning when I was a staff member, I was a little too nice, but it's probably also because the fact that she's not making the right decision. So let's say someone, for example, says a banned word, and then I'm just saying, for example, she takes an irrational decision, which leads to the mod log being a little shaky, or, she just doesn't think before she acts, which is something I've already agreed on with most staff. And, what I'm trying to get at here is that Maid does stuff. She does a lot of stuff in her daily life, sometimes without thinking. Wait, hold on. Let me pull that statement back. I don't know what she does on a daily basis. What I should say correctly is that I know, based on what I know about her on Discord, is that she sometimes doesn't think before she acts. And that is a major problem. And that is what I wanted to also get at. Some other stuff that, for example, Chilled Venom has been saying, the fact that we haven't been supporting Coda or stuff like that. I've also tried to make sure that I don't have a very biased opinion to what he is saying, because myself, I don't really know exactly what happened in the Dark Ritz podcast server and with, all that good stuff. So when I read his comments, I try to also put in mind that I'm not really in the position to be making a proper statement or opinion. All I can do is just defend my fellow staff members, defend what you're saying, and just make sure that no shit's being thrown all over the place. And it's not really the greatest at all. So, for example, the art that Coda made, and everybody's saying, oh yeah, art's been traced, that's obviously okay, and they're just saying that sarcastically. And you can tell the slight differences, but you can see some similarities. It's just that they kind of still need to realize, like what you've said time and time again, that Coda isn't making money off of this, neither is Raccoon Ritz or anyone else from his group that were playing Uno or doing stuff like that. They weren't making money at all.
It's like a first time he's trying out. Oh, maybe I can be a thumbnail artist. Let me my first try. Let me try to reference off of this and take liberties off of this and all that other stuff. And as a first time thing, again, if people like Chilled Venom or Maid looked into that and asked them about it and asked Coda about that instead of just blasting about it online, they would have gotten the full story, and that would have been a lot more interesting to report on or say something if they wanted to do that, or they could have just avoided saying anything about it if they got the full story and reached out. Again, I don't think that's Maid's intention at all. So yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. It's all just, it just needs a little step back to think about. And most people sometimes really just do irrational decisions just so that either they can get a story or just, get clout or stuff like that. But I don't want to assume. But there's also something else I've been seeing in chat recently, which is that people think that a lot of people think that most of us staff members aren't allowed to talk shit about your videos or talk shit about you at all, because if we do, we're going to get demoted or shit like that. I mean, we obviously don't do that because we're part of your staff team, but even if we do, we don't really do it as to shame you. It's just, we all have our different set of opinions and stuff like that. And again, it's not like you're going to change anything. It's not like it's going to change anything from what you're doing. or stuff like that. You do whatever the hell you want to do. It's just that sometimes when we talk with each other, we all have our set of opinion, and we really don't talk about it in public because there's no reason to talk about it in public. We just talk about it between each other. And a lot of people think that us as a staff team, we're like, that we have like chains to our hands and on our necks, and that if we say something, we're going to get beheaded or something like that. No, we're totally free to do whatever we want. It's just that
Todd,
we need
I
to do
agree
it
with you that the
responsibly.
art isn't really the same at all. And Chilled Venom, I know that you might have reached out to Damien and Ritz and all of them, but Coda was never reached out to, and he was the artist that ended up making the thumbnail that's in question and stuff like that. That would have been something to bring up. Again, not trying to shame Chilled or Made. Maybe they were in a situation where it really looked bad, but again, there could have been more research, more questions to be done, more reaching out to the right people to talk about it before just Made jumping online. Chilled, I didn't see you going online to talk about it. I don't know if you made out tweets about it. I saw Made's tweets, and that's what I'm upset about. So Made could have done more before she said anything, and that's the main thing I'm trying to focus on, Chilled. But I'll have you on here to be able to talk here in a second. All right, continue, Thunder, if you have anything else to say.
Just trying to remember. Yeah, I mean, in the end, this is all just, in my opinion, all of what May did was just completely petty and insignificant. There was no point whatsoever in what she did, and it was very unnecessary and very immature of her to do that.
Do you agree that, like, how Sheepy has taken breaks, or how Kenzie has returned very peacefully and respectfully back to the server, do you think Made should have done stuff like them, like what they did, or do you think she was just incapable from the start on doing something like that?
I didn't think Made would do it. I knew Made would try it. I just didn't expect her to do the opposite thing, because I was friends with Made to the point where I could trust her. But then she pulled off this shit. Now I'm just sitting here looking like a dumbass, just saying, well, shit, fuck me for trying to trust you. I thought that you were going to take the right decisions and take your leave for a little bit, try to recollect yourself, and then come back, and we can start this thing all over again. But no, she just didn't think. She did everything she wanted to do based on what she wants, and then it just all happened, and it led to all of this, whole shebang to happening. It even ended up to you live streaming, which was completely unnecessary. But this is your choice, and you get to do whatever the hell you want. I want everyone to understand that. Because I still feel like people think that us as staff members in your server are limited to what we do in our choices. We are not. It's just we have to choose what is right to do. It's also in part to what we say. This is just what I wanted to get through to some people. And that's all I want to say. It's
all right. Well, I really appreciate Thunder. Thank you for joining and everything. I appreciate that.
Yep. See you, man. I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good live stream.
Yep. See ya. Yeah. For real question. There is no ban feature for the chat. You can hide a user, and that's pretty much like banning them, and they won't be able to comment, or you won't be able to see the comments from them. And Chilled Venom, I know, how are you supposed to know? Again, that's just more digging, asking them who made it. I don't know if you have receipts. If you asked them, did you guys make the thumbnail? And if they said yes, then that's on them. I would agree. But if you don't have receipts or DMs or proof that you asked them, then it's a matter of you just assumed they made it and they didn't outsource it to Coda. So again, receipts, double checking. You had the tools to reach out to ask that stuff. The question is, Chill, did you do that? And all that other stuff. Real quick, going to take a small break from bringing people in. I'm going to show the video and skip through certain parts of the video. This is a video that was shared by me from Dino. Great thanks to Dino for sharing this video, where she was able to record stuff happening in the DRM Dark Ritz or Damien Dark Ritz, whatever server those three people are at the top. They own the server, they're together or whatever. Dino sat here, which is an ex-staff member of mine. She's been really respectful for the last few months. Me and her had a lot of beef. Again, we came together, apologized on both ends, made amends, was respectful, nice, decent human beings. she took the time to view this and record this stuff because of the shady shit happening and having a record of all of this. And it became useful because now we can see more shit that Maid has done. And the owners, which you'll see as Raccoon Ritz, Dark Spectre, and Damien, all three of them had Maid as a staff member. And even though she was doing bad things, they never removed her. They ended up removing her way later down the line after she's doing this. So I'm going to try to skip real quick. I'm going to skip real quick, and I'm going to talk more about every situation on why both parties are wrong. DRM is when I'm going to respond to the three guys, Damien, Dark Spectre, and Raccoon Ritz. DRM, I'm going to refer to them as, and Maid, they're both in the wrong, and I'm going to explain why, but I'm going to sit here and do it. We'll skip through this. And see, they talk about chilled venom here. There's going to be a lot of stuff here and there about a bunch of different stuff. So, yeah, videos and stuff like that. Send. They're talking. Chilled venom's up in here. Again, there's just a lot of stuff. There was something right there. I'm just skipping through this, so I'm just going to go through this real quick. I reacted to it last night. I have no idea. Me makes a video on Ohm and TJV. Everyone else, we didn't like that. So them just talking about the old beef that happened a long time ago. Them talking about the Pizza Pirate account, Ohm Wrecker, more Chilled Venom stuff. They've had stuff against Chilled Venom for quite a while. Who's DRM? DRM's Raccoon Ritz, Dark Spectre, and Damien, the three guys who own this server. And they have their own channel where they do podcasts and gaming and other stuff like that. They talk more about this, messing around, all this stuff. I'm getting to specific parts here. They're sharing my videos and stuff like that. I see this a lot. There's a Sunny person who works with them, you know, talking about that. You know, they talk quite a bit about a lot of stuff. There is a part in here I wanted to share, which is creepy. There's stuff about vandalism in there, and this is all while Maid is a staff member. Maid's a staff member throughout all this. And again, not here to trash on DRM. That's going to be a video that Chilled Venom can make, or it'll need to be made by someone. If somebody wants to investigate them, I'm here to talk about this. So right here, working on every account, he never got under my skin. I never told people to harass him, nor do I warn them not to. All those viewers who are doing it will get their due. So Maid sharing stuff over from my server into that server. Again, if that was in a private chat, that's wrong, but there is some stuff that Maid shares from a private chat, which isn't, like, she doesn't reveal anything bad, but the fact that she was revealing private information from a private chat that she shouldn't have been sharing to another server proves, you know, just some indecency from her. And it's really disrespectful. Really disrespectful. Private DMs probably with Chilled are all shared in here. They've been keeping like a huge record of like a bunch of stuff between them. Don't know why. More comments from my videos that they're talking about. Again, it's not an issue them sharing their opinions and talking about it. If they want to focus on that. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, what gets really creepy is Maid talking about possibly recording stuff and other stuff. I'm trying to skip through it so I can find out where it's at specifically. Right here. So watch it. Maid shares my video. Right here, Maid shares this. Maid, I said finishing a vid now, where I mentioned it for the last half. First half is other drama. You shouldn't have brought it up at all. Why even make a jab at a smaller creator who clearly said it to get under your skin? Just bringing it up proves that the comments got to you. Also in the video, you did tell your fans to not harass the kid, because it seems like they're doing the exact opposite. As if I have control, I can tell people not to do it, but if they do it, then all I can say is that they're doing bad and bring attention to that they're doing something bad. So wait, is this a YouTube vid? There is a unlisted video to it. I'm not going to share the link because I'm not going to, well, I guess you guys can kind of see the link right up here if you want to take the time to, but I ain't going to share this link around. Again, just showing a couple of other examples. If you want to look through this video and look at all this, you can, and all this stuff. There's Ritz being okay with me making a video about him. He's the smaller channel I made a video about. He was making dumb points, and I wanted to point that out. I don't think just because a channel's small, he's exempt from being criticized. So I criticized him on my channel, and said that the things you were saying are dumb and they could have been better. And Ritz took it like a champ and said, hey, I was wrong, you're right, and moved on. And Made seemed to have a huge problem with it, but Ritz, he didn't seem to care. He was like, okay, whatever. I'm in a call with Neon just talking about some stuff like the video Trevor made. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm telling him how I felt about it and how I feel that Trevor changed and shit. Saying that I changed. This is back in September, you know, whole ass month before she was even demoted and stuff like that. But she's been talking behind the scenes and saying this private stuff. Again, talking bad about me behind the scenes. It's happened before. And you can talk bad about your boss or whatever if you want to view me as that. I thought we were friends. So again, I feel like it's more disrespectful because I have the viewpoint that we're friends. It's not really a employer and an employee relationship. Right here, she calls me an effing idiot. Someone said, Lamau, look at the bratty 35 dislikes. They the ones doing all the shit. So this person's sitting here saying there's 35 dislikes. Whoever is disliking the videos and stuff are doing the shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I kind of agree with that. So I hearted it. And then Maid sits here and goes, wow, and Trevor liked it. Effing idiot. Okay. Oh, you did that. You got that all set up. You know you could put like 4 in them at one time?
I know.
That's cool. Did you just put 1 in there? All right.
And then in the middle, it's the little cone one.
Yep. So yeah, all this stuff happened. So again, more her. I just think it was kind of disrespectful what you did. You can't control the mass exactly, but Maid likes to throw it at me. Right here, honestly, Trevor is just milking the F out of situations. No one cares that Minnie is getting no views and likes. Trevor is just bringing stupid this to his video to get more views. Like, for real, bro, no one fucking cares. This is Damien, and Damien was cool with me, but he was talking shit too. So caught exposed in 4K. And then Maid sits here and says, yeah, he probably thought he was gonna get more views since that's what made his channel, in quotes, famous, but it didn't work out as he hoped. So they're talking about a video, which this is going to be the biggest, oh my god, that's so funny type thing. So they're sitting here, Maid sat here and says, oh, he was hoping that Mini Lad video talking about his views and analytics, it didn't work out good for him because it didn't get a lot of views, when little do they know, it picked up views, and it got what it needed to. They're talking about this video right here. Mini Lad is going downhill. This video. I'm going to zoom in all the way, so it's the only video on here. Where is it? 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 I don't think it's... It might be this far back down. Yep, right there. Yeah. It's gonna be real big. I'm gonna pull it up as the main video. It's gonna be funny. Scroll. Right here. Look at this, and look at the view count. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Dang, that's disappointing. I did all that scrolling, and you didn't even get to see the view count on it. Regardless, there's 60,000 views on it, and that's a pretty high number for my channel, by the way, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, 60,000 views, and they said, oh, it didn't really work out like he wanted to. Well, joke's on you. I mean, it kind of did work out, but whatever. Right here, yeah, so this video right here. Mini Lad is going downhill, 60,000 views. Oh, it didn't work out like he hoped, though, so just wanted to point that out because I thought that was funny. Right here. He probably thought he was going to get more views, but it didn't work out as he hoped. It kind of did. You just, Maid doesn't know anything. That's another thing, too. She'll sit here and talk like, I don't know if she will anymore after this, but she would sit here and talk about, like, what is good, what is not. So, like, if I uploaded a video of us playing Minecraft and it got 10,000 views, oh, that did great. Wow, original content, 10,000 views. And then if I upload a commentary video and it gets 30,000 views, she goes, oh, that kind of bombed. That was kind of bad. And I was like, Maid, what are you talking about? Like, 30,000 views is 30,000 views. I'm not gonna take that for granted. That's still great. You know, I remember back when I only had like 13 subs, and most of that was my family members and my friends, and I was only gonna get 50 views per video. I don't care if I only get 400 views a video. That's still 400 people who watched it. I'm grateful for that nonetheless. But people like me, she goes, no, 30,000 views is low, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's low. I mean, I didn't think it was low, but okay. Keep in mind that you rest views. Keep in mind that you rest views after you hit 9.9k views. I don't know what you mean by rest. Let me go through this, see if I can find more. So again, May talking about chilled. I think Chilled know damn well what he was doing, so Maid was mad at Chilled at one point, it looks like. Talking about more stuff here. Hopefully there's nothing inappropriate they shared in this chat. I ran through it yesterday. It didn't seem like there was anything inappropriate or anything like that, or anything that's exposing. It's just conversations. This is their admin chat, and they talk shit and they spread around private information from other Discord servers in here, which is just ridiculous. YouTube Premium. This is an hour and 40 minutes of scrolling through, and there's a lot of stuff. It's just all separate and stuff like that. Trevor added staff that he was about to go to sleep and was bored. By the way, I saw a lot of people in break room. What happened? LOL. So we were all in break room, and you can see who's in break room, and then she's sitting here saying why it was and stuff like that. Which, again, I feel like this is creepy as hell. Like, why the fuck would you tell people, like, what I was talking about in there? Like, it's between us. I don't go around telling my mom what the hell my staff members are saying. That would be weird as hell. If I went to go tell another Discord member that would be weird as hell. I think that was weird. But her sitting here saying, oh, yeah, Trevor did this, Trevor did that, you know, and saying that. Why would you even say that? That's so dumb. Garden Paint. I asked Trevor what he sent you for Christmas last year. He brought up the topic about it. Well, what'd you send? Alcohol, because he's Irish, question mark. He said that he sent you bottle openers and a Catch a Predator kit and a Christmas card. Yeah, a little gag gift and a bunch of other stuff. And then, Garden Paint is Simp, by the way. That's another one of the names Simp has gone by, is Garden Paint. And then he sat here and tried to spin it and said that the Catch a Predator kit was a suicide thing, like I was promoting him to kill himself. That's another wild accusation he's tried making before. I'd love for him to explain this and somehow prove that it was, but he opened up gifts in front of staff members and sat here and goes, wow, and started laughing and having a great time. None of that shit ever happened, and he never shared with me or anybody else that he has mental problems or he wanted to do that. So I think he was just making it to try to make me seem bad. But once he comes out with it, you guys will end up understanding, like, oh, yeah, you really are trying to make him seem bad. You're really trying to throw every false allegation you can. So yeah. He said that was before threatened to put a bomb under my car in America or some shit like that, which honestly he shouldn't have brought up at all. Knowing them, they turn and tell Trevor I'm being weird for asking to confirm. Oh, right here at the top. Read this. And before you ask for a recording of him saying that, I didn't have my stuff up, so I couldn't capture it. Implying that she has done it before, or she was planning on recording private conversations to share with other people. Maid sits here, and I quote, and before you ask for a recording of him saying it, I didn't have my stuff up, so I couldn't capture it. So, you were gonna do it if your stuff was up? If your capture stuff was pulled up, you were gonna record it? That is absolutely disgusting of a human being, wanting to capture private conversations just to share with your own little server over here. That is completely rude, disrespectful. It completely violates everybody's privacy that was in that call. And that is completely disrespectful. You can have privacy on the internet in like Discord calls and stuff like that. You can talk to other people and have that private information. People have private DMs on Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Discord, whatever you use, you can have private conversations. And what our staff calls are and our staff chats are private. It's meant for us staff to look at. Okay? And there has never been anything to come out that shows that we've misused them, have done anything, and there's no reason to just automatically assume we have. Assume, you don't assume that someone's automatically guilty. They're innocent before proven guilty. I am a strong believer of that. This is really pointing in the direction that she could have sat here and recorded conversations of us, and I don't know if she has. She might have, and I have no idea. If anybody has ever received anything private, like a screenshot of a chat that is private from Maid, or received, God forbid, a recording of a VC, or people on video in a staff call, that is creepy. That's like a huge invasion of privacy. That was so wrong on a moral standpoint. For me, at least. I don't know for you guys, if you guys think that's weird or creepy at all, but it's creepy for me, and I'm just so disgusted. I'm scared if she actually had anything recorded, because if she does, that just makes it seem way worse. Way worse. What was she going to capture? Us sitting here down just talking, having a great time? Us talking about a server staff update? Us talking about problems that we have in our lives and stuff going on because we're a big group of friends, as well as a staff team and people who work together? That's just creepy as hell. I don't know. It's whatever. Bruh. Okay, that's kind of insane. Wrong and a breach of privacy. Exactly. It's also, in certain ways, depending on information recorded, illegal. Maybe. Trevor, why is this turned into a yearly thing? The whole ab thing happened in January. I don't know. Go ask them. They're the ones who left. They're the ones who want to start up drama. I'm being calm. I'm enjoying my life, uploading my drama content about other YouTubers, and having fun in my Discord. I'm not causing the drama they are. I'm just responding to a lot of this shit and putting my side of the story out there. That's just call 911 now, right? Like, I don't know. You can't really show that to law enforcement and be like, yeah, she probably has something. I mean, they could have their own opinions, but they're not really going to share that. Unless she actually sat here and said that she did it and she knew it was illegal, or like there was proof that she was sharing this around, there's nothing you can do. I'm not going to go report her to Discord. It ain't going to do nothing. Discord ain't going to do anything about it. It's just, this is my video, and if Discord wants to watch this 3-hour-long live stream, have fun, watch it. But they're not going to do anything about it. Police ain't going to do nothing about it. The worst I can possibly do is take her to court for something, but what would I take her to court for? There's probably nothing. Defamation? You got to prove that she has ill intent. But I don't know. Again, not worried about it. I'm not going to take anything, but I will publicly say what she did, and maybe public opinion will be enough to shut her up and get her to actually do the right thing and be a decent human being. That's what I'm hoping for. Things happen behind the scenes all the time. The timing is just weird, TJV. What do you mean by, I don't know what you're referring to? Timing being weird? Oh, you mean the timing of 1 year ago, the Abby shit happened? The Abby shit happened back in January, so it's actually like 11 months ago. And then the thing that happened a year ago was a completely separate situation that ended up happening. I'm not here to talk about it because the people who are involved in that, like Abby and them, I still have enough respect not to sit here and just reveal the entire information and everything. And hopefully she has the respect same back, but she has gone on Twitter to talk shit about me. She has talked shit to other people, and she has gone to some of my other friends that I don't hang out with anymore and talk shit about me. She has done that, so I can sit here and talk my shit, but I'm not going to sit here and reveal shit about her, and hopefully she doesn't do that about me. So we can still have some sort of decency, respect there. So I'm not going to talk about it much here, or at all, but if she ends up coming out and causing more drama and doing that, which she doesn't, it's just once every 4 or 5 months there's something that pops up that Abby said this, Abby said that, and I'm like, okay, whatever. She's still salty over it. I don't care. And that's it. Trevor left the call to go to bed. Creepy as fuck. People knowing that I was going to bed that night. I didn't even know barely who these people were. Nothing about them. That was creepy. And I think at the end there is something. Oh, yeah, right here. This is a screenshot. Maid puts right up. This is break room. This is a private Snapchat. She just sends a screenshot. And they have a whole ass conversation about it too. It's me sharing this And staff, I shared a video link of Zombie Fox's video the day that it happened. All right, whatever, doesn't matter. I said that I publicly looked at it, and I shared it with my staff real quick to get their opinions. So that video actually involved some staff members that these people talked to, so seemed to kind of find me just sharing the video. Never commented on it, never sent people to go like hate on it or anything. Never did any of that. I just ignored the video because don't really have a response to it. Did a kind of a mature thing, I think, there. And then she was out here sharing the screenshot to other people, like just what it was. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, there's not like something she shared. She didn't like dox somebody and shared it with people. Did I not show my screen, by the way? I don't know if I was showing my screen during that. Maybe I did, and I'm just blanking right now, but right here. So this is the screenshot. And then right there is where she shared it once they get out of this. So yeah, Maid shared this screenshot of the break room and stuff like that. And again, it's just creepy. It's just creepy. I don't know what else she could have sent. I don't know what she could have sent in DMs. I just assume everyone's innocent. I don't assume Maid was doing this. But now that she's done it before, I'm like, okay, what else did you send then? What are you sending? What are you telling people? Like, that is so disrespectful. Maid has told me a lot of stuff, but I don't go around I'm not telling her private information. I'm not going around sharing our private DMs or anything like that. I'm only sharing my side of the story with the proof that I need to share, and that's it. That's all I'm doing at this point. But I was never going to do this. I was just going to keep it all behind the scenes, and maybe one day we'll work it out, and I'll never have to talk publicly about it. You're sending screenshots of staff chats? Yeah. Yep, Maid is. Maid is sharing it around. Maid has been sharing around. She shares around private DMs. They all share private DMs that they've had with Chilled Venom. They've done it for a while. They're sharing chats from the YouTuber chat. Damien sharing conversations between him and Chilled Venom. Now I'm just skipping through the video. I'm not going to go by slowly and skip. So I'm just going to go through it. Tweets, they would go take screenshots of fucking tweets and send it into this chat too. They shared private DMs between Vandalism and other people. Again, I'm not going to show all of this. Right here, she's sitting here sharing when Coda warned her. When Coda warned her and said, can you not mock people, please? She screenshotted that and sent it into this admin chat. Something that Coda had a private conversation. Just fucking sent it, didn't care. Apparently me joking is bad now because it was aimed towards Posh. Fuck Coda. She just straight up said fuck Coda after being nice and respectful in that DM, thinking that, okay, she was warned. She tried her best. She never did the mistake again. No, she came here. Fuck Coda. He wants us all to be treated equal, but then gets pissy when Amon makes a joke about an admin. You see this? You see this? Like I'm not joking. She's an awful fucking human being, and she doesn't deserve to have a router or modem. She doesn't. She deserves no Wi-Fi, no internet, no nothing. Bro, make sure your door is locked. These fools gonna come and screenshot you sleeping. Yeah, it almost seems that way.
I locked it. It's okay.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah. I was there for that dude. That was straight up disrespectful. Yeah, she's sitting here mocking people. She mocked fucking Posh right here when Posh said, hey, could you please just use the @ here instead of @staff? And all she had to do is respond respectfully. Nope, she did not do that. She sat here instead and mocked the person. And then when Coda warned her, she was all nice and respectful to Coda in DMs, but then came over here and said what you're seeing right here. Yeah, just started talking crap. Apparently me joking's bad because it was aimed towards Posh. Fuck Coda. She has no self-control. She has to go rant and bitch about everything. Like, get the fuck off the internet. Go learn to be a decent human being. You were on a staff team. We all cared about you. We all hanging out, having a great time. And now you have grudges against people and you're insulting people over on other servers and stuff like that. This is just disrespectful. And I don't get it. A lot of people thought that Maid had a crush on me too. I'm not even getting into that. I have no idea if she had a crush on me or not. Don't really care if she did or not. But that is a funny joke, Sheepy. No, I get it. Staff team will get that. Here's Dark Spectre. He's talking shit right here, bro. Trevor has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. So don't expect these people at DRM are so nice either. Chilled Venom has a huge beef with them. If Chilled Venom comes on, he is not going to talk about that because we're not talking about DRM unless it's related to Maid. This is just about Maid. So Chilled, if you wanted to come on, you can. Honestly, TGV, this is just wrong. Like, this what I'm showing you or this what I'm doing? Bunch of other screenshots. Screenshots of Chilled I'm seeing. I'm not gonna show you guys the screen because I'm just looking for something that's worth showing. Again, there's just more tweets and creepy ass shit. I mean, they're just sitting here sending tweets and talking about it. I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, I remember I shared tweets that Keemstar was making about me at the time, but these people are obsessing over Chilled. I will in a bit if you are still streaming later. After this, I'm going to reveal one last thing, and then I'm done after that. No, the situation and the fact that she has done this. Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. It's creepy as hell. It's crossing the line at this point. And you were a staff member of mine? I am so fucking disgusted. I'm so disappointed in myself that I made the decision to make you staff. And I'm not afraid to say that. You've made every one of these decisions. You are a full-grown adult Maid. She is above the age of 18. She is a full-grown adult, and she's making decisions that a fucking 4-year-old's making. Maybe not a 4-year-old. I'll go 9 or 10, but nothing higher than that. That's what she's acting like. She needs to hop off and learn how to treat people decent. I never got a cell phone. I never got a computer or anything like that. I played on my dad's computer, but I was never allowed to go online. I never even had social media accounts until I was 16. 2016 is where most of my social media accounts are made. Some in 2015. But I was never allowed to have a computer. My old high school used to give out laptops and stuff like that, and my parents would like be all over making sure and regulating what we do. I was not allowed to get on a computer or have a cell phone until I earned the money to do it, or the school gave it to me, and I was even regulated to do that. And the fact that people nowadays, like Maid, who probably got a cell phone handed to her, or probably went out and had no people looking over her when she's on these devices and acting any way she wants, this is what people are going to do. They're going to act entitled. They're going to sit here and act like they're the biggest, baddest, and meanest thing behind their keyboards, behind their phone screens. And it's just not nice. Be respectful. I always got taught to be respectful in person to anybody, no matter who it is. And even if they treat you with disrespect, you respect them. Kill them with kindness. My mom taught me that. My dad taught me that. And from that point on, I've always tried to treat people with respect no matter what. But there are morals and stuff like that are carrying over to this day, and I do think this is a big part where I love to share my morals and what I stand by and what I believe in, and I do think respect is the most important thing out of anything on the internet. If you treat people with respect, you guys can get something done or a conversation done. Nowadays, it's nothing but fucking trolls, people yelling and screaming and refusing to believe the other side. It's people just sitting here trying to cancel people because they don't like them. It's a fucking throw money everywhere and show how rich you are. Look how many muscles you are. Look how skinny you are. Look at the clothes you're wearing. Look at the things you can do. It's not really about communicating anymore, which was the original setup. I mean, so many these social media accounts and stuff like that, so many websites in general are meant in a way to communicate, either from vendors to customers or people back and forth, or help if you ever need help, and or customer support or anything. This is what communication should be. You should be able to talk. And same thing with YouTube. It's turned into like a global communication type thing, and respect is important. So on Discord, if you're not going to be respectful to people, kindly fuck off, please. Disrespectful people are just rude, and Maid is just disrespectful. I'm sorry. If you think I've been doing nothing but trashing on Maid, sorry, but I gotta repeat it 1,000 more times that Maid is disrespectful. Okay, this is the only live stream I plan on talking about it. So I'm going to make sure you guys hear it until I'm blue in the face, until you hear it. You're going to hear it ringing tonight when you go to bed. Maid is disrespectful. Don't have her as your staff member. Don't even allow her in your server because she doesn't know how to treat people respectfully. She doesn't at all. DMs, on Twitter, in public, in private, no matter what. She breaches people's privacy all the time. So do all these DRM people. You only share screenshots and other information if you think it's something that you absolutely need to do. I think it is very important to look at screenshots for commentary channels that have already been leaked. The commentary channels didn't do that. They're just reviewing and talking about them because that's what people are going to want to see. But the people who are originally leaking them only leak them if they need to be leaked. If you're just leaking it to make someone seem bad or to share private information of theirs, that's just fucked up, dude. Just stop. There's no point. Oh, yeah, one time he sat here and got all pissy and didn't want to hear me out. Look how bad that individual is. Yeah, so what? Friends do that. You guys were friends. You guys got in a fight. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Why the hell was Maid sharing all of this stuff in the first place? The only reason why I'm sharing it is I'm trying to prove a point. You know, I'm trying to get, like I said, I'm trying to sit here and show evidence that this is what these individuals are doing. Do I go and share DMs randomly about everything I have? No, I don't want to. I'm only here to try to prove a point when I can. I don't even know what else is in here. I'll wait and to see if I can find anything else. I reviewed this last night. There was a lot of stuff in here, but it's scattered out. There's a lot of memes being shared right now. This is her sitting here talking about she's glad that someone's Discord right here. It wasn't just TJV making the conspiracy. A lot of people did as well. So this is back. It's a reply to Chilled Venom. I agree. It was a rumor that a lot of people wanted to believe and was blown out of proportion to the point where many people believed reservedly, I don't know. That's the issue. So many people presented it as fact, TJV's vid, that it became fact instead of the speculation that it was. I'm glad his Discord was hacked. Means I don't have to deal with his bullshit, as mean as that sounds. That is until he creates a new one. Doubt it. He's stubborn. Somebody's Discord server was hacked. Are they talking about my Discord server? My Discord... well, people's accounts were hacked through mine for whatever. I don't know what. Oh, Vandalism's fucking Discord was hacked. She goes, good. I'm glad he was hacked. Maid is just so rude. This is where she goes to vent. She's complaining about Chilled at this point in the video. Talking bad about him. More Omwrecker stuff. Chilled Venom tweets. My video being shared. Omwrecker comments. Probably from my stream or Crow's stream or somebody's stream. Liz Cats. Maid's talking more about vandalism now. This was probably right around the time she started mod abusing in my server. Maid was towards vandalism. She was talking a bunch of crap over there. What's this one say? Nothing. Just memes being shared. them sharing my video again and talking. Like, this is a big point. Oh, after a long while, there's like a bunch of there's like after a bunch of memes being shared and they haven't talked for a bit, my video, they'll share a link to my video and like someone will post it, and they're like, Sunny does it all the time. Whoever this Sunny person is, they'll post it in the Discord server, and then they'll just start talking about the video and like trashing on me for this and that and all this other stuff. It's like so obsessive, and it happens over the course of like 3 months, and they're just constantly, every video I upload is just posted in there and like talk about it and all. Raccoon Ritz is in the chat. He says, at TJV, you were right about on who I should have chose on staff wisely, and I unfortunately saw that too late. Well, not necessarily. I don't blame you for having Maid as a staff member. You just chose someone to be your staff member. I don't care about your reasoning to choose her as staff member. My problem with you, Ritz, is that once she started sharing private information from other chats and DMs, and your own friends like Damien and Dark are sharing that as well, you are behind that. You're supporting it. You're not speaking out against any of that stuff. You're just like, oh, whatever, they're sharing private. Like, you don't care. You really don't care. Like, this admin chat has just been nothing but shitting on other people. It happens in Discord chats. It is what it is. But if you are constantly doing it like you were, that is fucked up, dude. And the fact that you're not even mad at your friends for that. Damien and Dark, they're doing it too. I'm sure you've done it too. But in the chat, you were actually sitting here saying, no, TJV's right. He should have called me out. I'm a small channel. I can be criticized too. I appreciate you speaking against Maid, because Maid was trying to make it seem like I was intentionally trying to shut down your channel or whatever for criticizing you. I criticize you because I criticize any size channel. I don't care if you're 5 billion subs or you got 5 subs. I mean, any channel can be criticized. You're uploading videos to the internet. It's open to criticism. Okay, we have a like and a dislike button. We have a comment section, and other people can make videos about it. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm glad Raccoon Ritz that you can call that out. But it is what it is. She never DM'd me. I said that as a joke. Like I said that earlier that it could have been a joke. Like this. She's going to be one of my future Jane Does. Right. Louis, I said that earlier that it could have been a joke. Could have been a conversation. A bunch of people in chat were like, oh my God, Louis and Maid had DMs. I'm like, oh, I don't. It probably is a joke because I see you going around joking about it all the time. So I said it earlier. It could have been a joke. So, but it was one small little thing in the Google Doc. I don't know why Coda featured it in the Google Doc, but yeah. Wrecking Ritz, I really don't care about the reason why you did it. It's just the fact that you allowed it to happen for months and months on end, and you did not care. You never saw it as a problem. You probably never saw it as a problem until I or Chilled Venom brought it up, like, hey, that's fucked up. You need to stop sitting here sending private stuff into this chat and then just constantly hating in this chat. It's like you're going to this chat to vent and just spread your hate in here, and then boom, you're going to put on a happy face. Hey, we're all cool. What's up? Even though you were just talking shit like 5 minutes ago in this other chat. I mean, at the end of the day, you can do what you want to do, but it's open to criticism. It's open to have other people's opinions, and I think that's fucked up. I mean, I don't think my other staff members are doing it, and if they are and I end up finding out, then I'll do the same thing. Wrecking Rid said, TJV, I should have said something about it. I should have had it stopped a long time ago, but no, I was just an idiot on the sidelines. Well, at least you can admit it. I mean, I'll give you props to that, Louis. I can confirm that that girl Maid and I have not DM'd each other yet. We'll have fun with that. Yeah, they had a bunch of archived stuff of you. My videos, too. And this shit from my chat, too. They have archived of a bunch of... Every tweet that Chilled Venom probably put out is in there. Every fucking DM Damien had is probably in there. It is so fucked up, the amount of archived shit they've had. As if they... It's almost as if they hate him and they want the worst to happen to him. Let me look. Oh, I didn't catch this last night, but Dark right here said, hey, is this the screenshot you were looking for? And this screenshot is a bot kicked vandalism. Kicked for making me, the owner, uncomfortable. I am a minor and I apologize for having to kick you. You're local loser. Whatever the fuck that's about. But that's one thing that's being shared in there. And again, more of the shit-talking vandalism constantly through this video happening all the time. Is this true? Is this a bot? Is it somebody else using it and then just typing the reasoning and then the whole minor thing was just a lot. I have no idea. I don't know what this is from. This is from a chat. This ain't questions for me. I'm just reviewing it, being like, well, there's some fucking shit in here. Maybe vandalism, no. I have the whole story behind that. And again, if you want to come on and talk about it, talk about it. I mean, receipts are the key thing. I mean, if you have a receipt, you can just show it. I mean, screenshot of anything, just show it and then be like, oh, yeah, okay. Or if you know the owner of the Discord server. Looking through a lot of other drama, stuff like that. More screenshots of what I'm saying in a server. Like, literally, this is like stalkerish type shit. And it's always like Sunny or Made or Damien. It's like those three who are coming in here and constantly doing it. Dark's doing it every once in a while, and then I haven't really seen Ritz do it a lot. So I'm not really jumping at Ritz about it because I haven't seen Ritz do it a lot. And then Garden Paint Simp, he's in here every once in a while. Blue Moon Dino's coming in here, giving her opinion on stuff, participating in it. I don't know specifically what she said. She could be against it. Dark calling me a hypocrite or something. Again, not really going to show you this because it doesn't really matter. It's just them talking shit. But like I said, and then at the end, Dino, who recorded all of this, does a search of my name. Sonny sharing more of my tweets. I'll have you guys looking at this. This is more stuff from me and Chilled Venom right here. Damien putting up them talking about the podcast stuff. I think this is a search for, what is it, Trevor? Yeah. Anything with the name Trevor in it. So they're looking through all this stuff talking about me. This is all of it. All of the drama continuing to happen over and over and over again. General chat. This is, now they're searching, Dino searching TJV, everything from TJV. Me being in that server. So I was in this server, but they were in a staff chat for this. This is the DRM server or whatever. So again, talking about my streams. Again, if it's obsessive behavior, there's nothing wrong. Even at a moral standpoint, people can be obsessive or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But what I am getting at is that it's just fucking weird. The whole sharing private screenshots, private DMs, and stuff like that. Sitting here just completely trashing and obsessing on vandalism, on Chilled, and on myself. It's just a lot, to say the least. At TJV, so she blocked me on Discord, but I'm in multiple servers with her, so can I say something or not? Be respectful, obviously. Don't stoop down to her level, obviously. But if you want to sit here and say, hey, why did you lie to people and saying that I said there, I don't think it's wrong for you to go up to her and ask her that simple question. I don't think it's you attacking her. I don't think it's you crossing the line. I think you approaching her and asking, why did you lie about what happened between us, about our communication? There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, that's a lot better than sitting here just keeping a distance and both y'all talking your stories. It's better for y'all to communicate and come to a ground on it. But if she blocked you, she has probably no interest in talking to you. So good luck, I would say. I want to talk. Where can I join? Louis, it's going to be on Discord, but I have no idea how you would even fit onto talking about any of this stuff. So the answer is no, because what would you have to say about it? I mean, you're just going to share an outsider's opinion. Chill already, TJV. You have one in her eyes. You shouldn't kick someone while they're down, you know. What are you talking about, Chill? She'd be going up asking her a question about something. There's nothing wrong with that. And especially if she wants to remain on Discord and talk to other people. Sheepy can go up and ask her a question. There's nothing wrong with that. See you guys, whoever's hopping off and going there. I'm going to call Chilled and get Chilled Venom in here and see what he wants to say about all of it. Again, just don't stoop down to her level. Obviously, don't harass, send death threats, send hate, all that other stuff. I don't condone that. That's like the entire stream. No, that's fine. I was talking about you digging at Maid, lol. I don't know what you mean digging at Maid. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't right now? Well, there's nothing then. Omen saying I'm staying out of it. Okay. Glad, Omen, you're here. I mean, to the people wanting to chat, not the stream. Are you wanting to come on, just talk about the stream and talk about something else? Because I'm down to talk for maybe 15 more minutes. I think I had everything. No privacy. Oh, well, yeah, probably a good thing to have privacy. Again, hey, Chilled, if you want to do a live stream on your channel or something like that, we can have a live stream on your channel. I'll help promote it and stuff if I'm going to be in it and all. And we can do something like that. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. Can't answer that. Tyler. Dropping to say hi, Merry Christmas. Well, thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that. Raccoon Ritz, there's probably not much against. The only thing I have to say to you, Raccoon Ritz, is why all that shit happened, and you would talk about Damien and all of them, but I'm not trying to talk about them. I'm just trying to talk about Maid and what I went through with them. I know that you guys had a falling out, but I can't speak on that because it's your guys' side of the story. I can speak about what I have and invite my staff on here because they've went through the same thing, and then Chilled is only involved in the whole her sending stuff. She's sent stuff about Chilled Venom in there too. Made us said some bad things in there. Let Vandalism in. Oh yeah, Vandalism. I'll have you come in because you have your situation. I have yet to go over your stuff too, so you can help talk about it too. And then after this, I'll give about 5-10 minutes, and then we're gonna hop off and call it a night. But hello, how's it going, Vandalism?
Let me just mute the thing. There we go. Okay. Hey. So first off, I do want to talk about a couple of things that was stated, like in the little video, the screenshot. Nothing to do with DRM. So that screenshot is actually about Maya, and the story of that was that, and I do have screenshots to prove it, which I will send to you. But basically, I was playing Warzone with her, and it was originally me and this other dude, and then the other dude got off, and so it was just me and her. We were just casually playing. She gets off, and because her boyfriend wasn't responding, she had like a panic attack and some anxiety going on. And as someone who studies like healthcare and knows all this shit, the best way to deal with that type of shit is normally comfort, like reaching out to someone that you know in person, a family you can like talk to, someone to hug and stuff like that. I didn't offer myself saying I would hug her or anything, but I did say if you need someone to hug, find someone to hug. She took it the wrong way and thought I was actually trying to get involved with her, but it wasn't like that. So she confronted me about it. We discussed. I apologized. We made up, and we were all good on that. So I do want to confirm I am not in any way, shape, or form anything involved with any sexual relations with anyone underage. I can promise you on my life, nothing like that. And I also wanted to talk about Maid herself.
Have you sat here and DM, or you DM'd the person and you guys are cool, right?
Yeah, so I can't DM her because her DMs are restricted, but even after all of this, the last thing we did was I was in your server, I was in a VC with her, and we were just having a talk, like casual, civil, and just hanging out.
What's the Discord name?
Her name's like Maya dot... let me get the tag for you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no, don't say it out loud. I just wondered in general, so if I recognize the person or not. Do you have, like you guys settled it during in DMs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have screenshots of you guys settling it and y'all are cool?
I just sent it to you.
Okay, cool. And then that would basically sit here and just prove that, hey, there's nothing going on.
That's a tag, by the way. But yeah, I do want to confirm that it was all but a misunderstanding of me just trying to help her, and she just felt uncomfortable about it, and so I apologized. She accepted the apology, we made up, and we were all good afterwards on that.
So it's just a 16-year-old, and then what was
it? Yeah.
You said something like you wanted to hug her.
No, I never said I wanted to. I stated that, do you need a hug, but not implying I would, because it's not like I can drive all the way up to where the fuck she lives and just hug her, you know, and even so, I wouldn't do that. I would want to do something like that. And I only implied for her to reach out to family because I knew she had family, because we even, like, played with her brother as well. Like, her brother was there one time when we played Warzone with this other friend of ours who was also there, you know? And, yeah.
Okay.
I can confirm that.
Did you know how old she was
said,
before she DM'd you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So y'all
I
are
knew she was already 16, and we were all good afterwards anyway. So, like, after everything that happened, we were all good. Like, we made it clear that I would get kicked out of the server. I was totally cool with it. We made that clear. I don't know, like, I can understand people thought of it being a misunderstanding thing, thinking that I was doing some sus shit when it was never like that.
But she never said any. Are you fine with me sharing these DMs or no?
Absolutely, you were free to share these DMs.
So right here, pretty much saying that last night you told me you wanted to hug me. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe uncomfortable. I know you know this, but I'm 16. You're 21.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it was an adult saying it to a minor. I talked to my boyfriend about it, and I wasn't comfortable. We both found it very inappropriate. I greatly apologize, Vandal, but I'm going to need to demote you and kick you from my server after the comment. I don't feel like, though I can have a server member, let alone one of my new mods, saying something like that, making me uncomfortable. Once again, I apologize. I am sorry. I didn't mean. You just seemed tensed up and nervous, and I never meant it in the context at all. I just wanted to help, and I know what I did was wrong, and I promise I won't do it again, Maya. Am I saying that right, Maya?
Yeah.
Okay, I really didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry. That night it seemed stressful, and I wanted to just try to help, and I never meant that seemed wrong, but I understand how you feel. It was wrong of me. I'm sorry. I understand you were trying to calm me down, but in the process, I took it the way I did, and you can't go back on it. I do accept your apology, but it's not going to change what I have done. I will not be changing my mind. I apologize. And then the rest she's talking about, you won't get another chance on the server, not and all that stuff. And now I will say that is weird. It is really weird that did you know the age when you said you wanted to hug her?
So I didn't say directly that I'm gonna hug her, and that I said it like, do you need a hug, but not implying that I would. She just assumed it in that context. Because I knew she had family. I knew she could, like, talk to the family. She can deal with that on that part. The most I can do is just talk to her anyway. And so basically she just took it the wrong way, and it was a complete misunderstanding.
So what did you say exactly?
So as I said, do you need a hug? It was just taken out of the wrong context. And so that's why she took it as more like I would hug her, but I wasn't going to do any of that because, again, I ain't about that life.
So what was exactly, like, this was over VCN, you said what?
I said, do you need a hug?
And that's the only thing it's being stemmed off of?
Yep. Nothing else. Literally
Okay.
Nothing else.
Well, if it's only that, and that's the only thing in the VC, and if she's ever asked about it and she can confirm that's the only thing that was asked, but she took it the wrong way, then there's nothing wrong. I mean, yes, at worst, people are going to say you're creepy, but you never acted upon anything. And if they wanted to sit here and throw the whole pedo thing, that would be weird as hell. Vandalism, you are by far the only one that can actually back up. They say from DRM's side, congratulations, Lamau. If you want to call him a pedo, fine, whatever. I at most I would call it creepy and stuff like that. But going to the lengths of saying that, I don't know personally. I would say that. I wouldn't blame other people because, again, if they take it the wrong way, they take it the wrong way. But I'm saying if Made or even Damien and all of them wanted to use it against you and stuff like that, they would have the weakest fucking sauce to do it. And I know Made was sharing it in there because Dark Spectre wanted the screenshot of it. So whatever that's about.
So the story. Yeah, no, it was definitely poor word choice, Todd. But basically the story on that was because I only wanted to help, but it's like at the time it's like I couldn't really do much anyway during that situation. It was just me and her, and it was just like I don't even know what went through my head. I was just thinking, yeah, comfort. That's the only thing you can think of, right? And it came out wrong, and it was just my mistake, and that's why I apologized after we talked and we made up for it. Now I do want to also mention about that again. So I know the members of DRM. I have contacted some of them recently. I also know that Maid was one of the main reasons why I was being shit talked around. That's one of the main reasons that I'm aware from my part on beyond that. And I also do have the document up and everything. So if you ever need to know the whole explanation behind everything, I can totally get to you on that and give you the full details of everything in that document as well. The document does not contain anything about DRM. It does not contain anything about.
It's just between you and Maid.
It's between myself and Maid, and also involves someone else afterwards, who also DM'd me after following up from Maid, who was trying to get involved in shit.
I looked through most of the document, and most of the stuff that I've shown in the document, and that I'm going to post on my Twitter after this live stream is over, and I'm going to post it in my Discord as well for anyone to look through the document that Coda made about why Maid was demoted and all the things that she did, and all the screenshots and receipts and proof are in there. I'm going to post that just for anybody who wants to go see it themselves, and so people know what Maid has done before and all this other stuff. I'm not going to necessarily show everything in there because one, the things that I'm seeing all in there were already kind of covered in the whole mod abuse thing before, and some of those screenshots and stories and everything were already shared. I was just going to have you online to talk about your experiences with Maid, what has gone on, because I'm here just to talk about Maid after she's kind of continued the drama for so long, and I've told her multiple times, and she's told me multiple times that she's going to move on and no longer talk about it. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, all that other stuff.
I would like to just state one quick thing, though, if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
When I don't know if any of y'all haven't seen Endgame, but y'all know Tony Stark gave Peter Parker a hug, who was like what, 16? I'm just saying, you know, it happens. Adults do hug kids. I don't really say it's pedophilia, but I would say it can be condemned creepy if it's a stranger. Totally
yeah, again,
viable,
like I said, if people want to say it, I guess go ahead, fucking ran at it. But like I said before, it's gonna be weak sauce. It's gonna be nothing at all. It's I would call it creepy, and that's where I would be settled at it. But again, what did you have the intention to do it? No. Is the screenshots that you showed me from Maya kind of proven that she took it the wrong way? Yeah, she admits that she took it a way that wasn't the way it was intended or whatever, so she's admitting it on that front. And then if she admits that, oh yeah, you just said, do you need a hug, and it was just that one line, and if she took it the wrong way, it is what it is. It's again, whatever way people want to take it, but like I said, you're just someone small. I don't really think many people are going to care, and plus nothing actually ended up happening. You said one line, it was taken out the wrong way. If people want to focus on it, I don't care. But I think at most, if people wanted to call it pedophilia or predator-like or anything like that, it's kind of weak sauce for any of that, but it's at most creepy, I believe, but it is.
But I think I'm wasting too much time with that, so I feel like we should just get to the document.
No, it's fine. I wasn't gonna show anything specifically. I don't know who Steve is or what the hell they're on about all this shit. If you want to sit here and just try to sit here and shit on this entire time, go ahead, Steve. I really don't give a fuck. I never said it was okay to call a man a pedo, but yes, if he's doing pedo-like behavior, call him a fucking pedo. People call people names all the goddamn time. Are you new to insults? It happens. People do it to insult people. People do it to describe people. People do it to label people. It happens. I don't have control over it, but I'm just saying, if someone acts like a fucking pedo, I think Mini Lad's a fucking pedo. You got a problem with people calling people pedos? I don't get what you're on, Steve. You've said that like 3 or 4 times in my chat. Are you trying to prove a point? You want to get in the call and try to make a point or something like that? Sorry, but just letting you know. Yeah, I was just going to talk about what your experiences were with Maid.
So with Maid, it's a very long story in the document, but I'm gonna try to kind of cut some stuff out. Unless you want the whole story, then by all means I can give out the whole story. It's up to you.
I would just say, what was your experiences with it? Because I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I first met Maid, I met her in your server, but I didn't really talk to her at the time. You know, like I just saw her. You know, basically that was it. We then became friends over the guy, you know, Valley Lucifer, who had an issue with you and all that, and yada yada. You know, Maid was basically under sexual harassment from this guy. I would help Maid. Eventually, Maid and I just became friends, and we would just start hanging out. We would be chilled, you know. Then over time, I started simping for her. I won't deny it. I then also discovered, because one of your admins gave me the content creator role, and I was able to see the mod chat of how she would talk behind my back to some of the other mods and calling me annoying, saying I'd cut people off, and just making fun of me for my lack of impulse control and all that, which is not something I'm at fault for. It's just something I have, you know? And so then I openly, to get off my chest, I openly admitted how I felt, you know, exposing my feelings to her, got rejected, didn't really care. Next thing you know it, people DM'd me, you know, people would insult me in this group. Like, she got one of her friends, and then that friend got one of his friends to just go after me and gang up on me. And I was at my lowest point because of multiple reasons. I was going through some issues, I was going through a lot of personal shit, and then it brought me to a low point where, I'll be honest, I nearly took my life. I'm not joking. This isn't a lie, because I would never joke about this type of stuff. That is a true statement from yours truly. After that, she would start calling me, you know, simp. She would call me
All right, stop.
all these.
Just stop right there. I want to address a comment. She started calling you simp. We'll pick back up there. Eric said,
Yeah.
so is it pedo/weirdo when a firefighter hugs a kid after they're pulled out of a burning building? We were talking about apples and oranges here. This is a man on Discord asking a girl who is explaining that she's upset about whatever the context of the conversation is, and then him saying that. You're comparing apples to oranges. It isn't like a dire situation where a kid is right in front of you crying and is upset, and you need to comfort the kid to make the kid feel better or calm the kid down. There's a big difference, and we're not talking about a little kid versus, like, this is a 16-year-old girl and then a 21-year-old. So the situation can look incredibly terrible, and those who want to sit here and defend vandalism, go right ahead. But I am saying those who do find it weird or creepy or whatever, yes, people will call it that, because this is what happens a lot online. It happens on Discord, it happens on Twitter, it happens everywhere. There are fucking creepy, weird people out there. Did vandalism act upon anything? No. Did he do anything? No. He asked a simple question: do you need a hug? And it was taken out of context. That's what we have to work with. Is it creepy? Is it not? I think yes, it's a little creepy, but like I said,
And you're allowed to say that because you're entitled to your opinions.
Right.
There's no right or wrong answer.
We're not comparing apples to oranges. He's not a firefighter pulling this 16-year-old girl out of a burning building who needs a hug. We're not talking about that. It's a conversation in a VC on Discord. Just want to point that out. I'm making the argument that the act of hugging a child isn't weird. It's the context and the intent that matters. And that's what I'm saying. With what I heard, and with her saying that she needed a hug, and he offered, saying, hey, do you need a hug? Or saying, hey, do you need a hug? Go hug someone. How would he even hug someone over Discord? So, like, people could make that argument, being like, do you need a hug? You should go hug a family member if you're with a family member. Vandalism said he was trying to make that point. Like, that's what he was going for when he said that, but she took it as, oh, you're being creepy, you're being a pedo, whatever. That's the wrong way she took it, and she felt uncomfortable. So again, at the end of the day, she had every right to remove him from her server or whatever. She did what she did. It's over. But it is something that Made shared a screenshot into a private chat, and then I glossed over it.
And so people wanted to bring this up, because even on Twitter, you mentioned him before, Neon, he even DM'd me about it, and even I was confused, because I was like, what the fuck is he on about, dude? Like, he mentioned about having evidence. He never showed me any evidence, you know? And that happened, and so until then, I just said, yeah, no, there's nothing weird going on like that at all. Like, you know, a lot of people would think about it, because during this time I was also hacked on Discord. I had no access to my account. I couldn't answer anyone's questions. I couldn't, you know, talk to anyone about any of this during the time, because the only places I had access to was Twitter and YouTube. That was it. So, you know, it was until a month later I got my account back that some people did talk to me about it. Some people wanted to know, and I gave them my information and shared it amongst them, and they understood completely that it wasn't like that at all. So.
But, like, let's pick back up and try to wrap it up here soon. But you said
Absolutely.
Maid was calling you simp, or calling you a simp.
So, yeah, she would call me simp, in her words, a joke. Again, to me, I can tell from her it's not a joke. And what's even worse is because this was in one of the general chats when you were pinging someone as a joke, and she just randomly called me out for being a simp. I got triggered. I said some shit to her. Wasn't uncalled for. You're damn right it was. I was angry. I will not deny that I was really upset. I was really angry, and so I did call her a pretty insulting. I did call her out for being a pretty insulting term. Not like saying I called her an F word or, you know, the R word or the N word even. I don't say that shit, but I would say something along the lines of like her being a complete bitch, you know, and stuff like that. That is true. I would never say it to her in VC. I would only say it in text chat, because during that time I was angry. I made that clear as well. Some people asked me questions in the text chat. I said, yeah, no, Maid and I are friends. Even one of the other higher up council members even understood the whole memo. They understood why I said what was said. I'm gonna jump a little bit forward though because it gets to even a bigger picture here. So basically, later on, I would get harassment for from her getting server muted, getting kicked, getting all this crap from her. I'd get gifts sent to me from her every time she would reply. In some of the screenshots in the document, it talks about how she said she was going to block me, and I was totally okay with that. That's what I wanted from the start anyway, because I didn't want to deal with her. Louis, a fun joke, by the way, but no, it's not like that. It's a different type of counsel. Anyway, but back to what I'm saying. Basically, she would harass me. She would send all these gifts, and basically in one of the screenshots, she talks about blocking me. I was totally okay with it. She mentioned about how she would block me, not talk to me, not VC with me. Even when this happened, she still did. Okay, even when I would say hi in the ping chat, she would send a GIF and be like, "Oh, it's vandalism" and all that. She would say shit like that, and I couldn't do anything. Now, for the longest period of time, I would seek help. I would try to reach out to someone who knew her that I can talk to, and so I did. But then they thought I was being a liar, so they went to Made about it, exposed me in the public, and people started hating on me. You know what I mean? And basically people went against me. A lot of people didn't like me. Some people were neutral, which I was thankful for. Some people were, understanding of the whole situation, and even understood that Made was a dick. So later, a mod DMs me, a really awesome mod. I'm not going to say their name or anything like that for their respect. And so I gave him my story, and then this mod forms a group chat with a couple other mods and some people that also have an issue with Made, and we would all form up together to try and talk to, I think it was one of the council members, Coda at the time, or at least someone of the council members, to try and deal with the situation. I'm going to make this clear. Made is the type of person that if you take away her power, she gets really butthurt about it. She gets really upset about it.
That's what kind we've been dealing with it.
Because I know that y'all took her mod chip away. Everyone was telling me, yeah, that happened. I'm safe and all that. And I was chilled with it at the time because I knew that she wouldn't say anything about me, but I know at some point she would bring up shit. But the reason why I'm bringing up my story now, though, even if it's drama from that went on between May and June up until around September, October, was because of the fact that she's been targeting my friends, and it's been upsetting me, and that's why I got triggered, and that's why I want to bring up my story to the public. I knew that if I made this a video on my own channel, this would not get enough attention, let alone I feel like I'd probably get even more shit for just exposing someone that people don't even know about, you know what I mean? And I figured that if that was the case, I would, if that was the case, I don't even know where I would go from there. So I'm glad that I'm able to share my story to you guys. I even shared my story to Crows of Judgment because I've been trying to get the story straight with many commentators.
All right, so
that can help me out,
So just to wrap this up, do you agree that you have done some wrongdoings between you and Mate's past, but that past has been between y'all and only between y'all, but you've made mistakes just like how she's made mistakes?
So the only mistakes that I've ever made that I can actually confirm is stuff that I've said. I have said some pretty offensive stuff, not offensive to the point where I would offend any communities out there or anything like that, but to the point where it would upset her, which I won't deny. I've had moments where I would annoy her, yes. And I've even had a moment where I would even cut her off in mid-VC, yes. Those are probably the most things that I recall that I can actually confirm that I have done wrong.
Okay, so if what you're saying is true and both sides have been wrong about stuff before and you guys have had it, do you think that the extent of her sitting here being a mod in my server and just constantly doing stuff and not mod logging it, not saying anything about it, removing you constantly, do you think that was appropriate for her to do regardless of the way you were treating her?
So during this time, now I'm going to say that when she was muting me, when she was kicking me out, during this time, I never said anything wrong to her. I never did anything like that. I was in a general VC with 4 other people who were also dealing with the same crap from her as well, but I was mostly involved with it. And so, the other people, obviously, they don't have powers. They can't do anything. They couldn't really stand up for themselves against her, I'm just a lone guy facing this shit, And so, basically, from my own point of view, I did nothing wrong. I was just getting kicked for no reason. I would make one joke, not even an offensive joke about her or anyone, I'd make jokes. I'd, be a comedian amongst the people of the VC. And I'd get kicked, I'd get muted for possibly being annoying to her. I don't know. I couldn't give you full answers. You'd probably have to talk to her, being honest. And so, that's what the harassment that was going on. That, and also her replying to every message with some gifts, and even taking away, my gift perms and all that. So, it's been quite a wild ride for me as a whole to deal with this, and not really. I did try to speak out to people, I will admit, but so Jakey makes a good point on this. I did DM Jakey about this. I told him if he can unmute me because I was muted because of maids. I would try to reach out to any
She never logged any of that stuff. It seems like she was doing it.
No, she did it just for the fuck with me. That's her whole thing. She was trolling.
So what I'm getting at is, like, regardless of y'all's past, and I've mentioned this before, they have a past. She might hate his guts for whatever reason and not like the guy and all. Do you think, like I said before, just answer it real quick, do you think it's appropriate for her to use her power in my server as a mod to sit here and pick on you and do all these things and not log any of it, not do any of it, but do it excessively?
It is absolutely wrong to not log on it and to just abuse powers like that. This is just a straight answer from me. When you're a staff member, with great power comes great responsibility. I expect that from all staff members.
All right. Chilled just sat here and asked for us to stop. Sheepy, if you want to leave Made alone, then tell Vandalism TJV to stop. Chilled, again, I have no idea what you're on about. You sat here and you were all for this stream. You were talking in this stream, bringing up points. You even wanted to join the call and join this stream.
Even called me out a couple times. So
don't start sitting here and acting like a hypocrite, being like, oh, you want this to stop. It's getting taken too far. No, it's not. It was too far. Made sitting here saying that she was not going to do this and she was going to be out of this, but then she's been carrying the drama 2 months after. Again, she has you hook, line, and sinker, Chilled. I don't know what you're on all about. To talk about the DRM, bruh, what do you mean? I told you I'm not talking about the DRM thing. I told you multiple times last night I'm not talking about the DRM thing here. The only thing I'm bringing up is that video of their admin chat, and you can talk about that. But I'm not talking about all the DRM stuff they did to you. I'm not saying all the DRM stuff. I'm saying if it involves Made and DRM, that's fine. I'm not bringing up what DRM has privately and all that. I'm not talking about that. So, again, like I said, if you wanted to sit here, it's very hypocritical for you want to all of a sudden us stop just because are you hearing something you don't like? Really? Yeah, you start a stream, Chilled. Like I said, make a video. I've been waiting for you to do something about this. If they're really doing this stuff, fucking talk about it. Make a video. Pull up your side, Chilled. Don't sit here and hound me and tell me to stop. I can talk about it all I want. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button and leave. I don't know why you're so against me hearing Vandalism's side. I'm just hearing him out. You've been trying to sit here and constantly cut him off and call every little thing he's saying instead of just hearing him out. I'm just hearing him out. He's admitted he's doing shit wrong, which is beyond more than what people do.
I can tell you that I've made mistakes.
Okay, and if you can't stream, Chilled, I'll do another stream right in the middle of fucking Christmas if you have time, and I'll take time away from Christmas to stream, and I'll have your side of the point of view on a live stream where we can talk about it. I told you you're welcome to join, but you just can't join right now. So I don't care. Do what you want. I don't care. Like I said, make a video about this. Make a video talking about my stream or your DRM stuff or whatever. Defend Made if you want to defend Made. Just saying, it's not a good route to go down that road and defend Made.
Like, I'm gonna just say this
in an hour, then I can join. No, I'm going to bed here in about 5-10 minutes. It's like almost 1:30 in the morning.
I just want to say this. Like, I even though I've made mistakes, I'm willing to admit that I've made mistakes. And if I ever do, if something bad ever happens, I will definitely make sure reach out to the public, the full story. With May, the reason why I wanted to keep it private, because at the time I felt that was the best solution for, between both of us as well. But at the same time, it's like, because she's doing all this, I want her to back off for good. I want her to stop all this nonsense. And that's why I'm putting my story out now into the public. I also am aware that Chilled has been calling me out multiple times in chat. So I'm always keeping my eye out. Even the staff has been keeping their eyes out. So thanks, staff, for, being there.
All right. Is there anything else last minute you wanted to bring up, though, just to close it all off? Because I'm about to close it down. Let's get
I understand. So last thing I do want to mention is that, first off, thank you for letting me put up the story here. Thank you for having me here. I also want to just mention that again. I know that I'm aware that Chilled is, he's defending Maid. I even warned Chilled about Maid's actions, about Maid's manipulation, about Maid's, many ways of getting into people's heads. Chilled, he claims he will side with the truth and the truth alone, implying that he will defend Maid in any way, shape, or form. But, that's all I'm going to say. I never wanted to battle Chilled, anything like that. It looks like Chilled has beef with me. He can, but even I don't have any beef with him. He just happens to have something against me, I think. That's just what I think, though, okay? But that's just me.
All right. Thank you, Vandalism, for joining. I'll see you later.
Thank you for having me. See you around.
Bye. I just wanted to do closing arguments. If you guys are new to the stream and you guys just joined, I see Sen, and he's asking, what is this? Steve joined in, and I don't know what he was trying to fucking say in here earlier. It sounded like he was a 12-year-old getting a keyboard for the first time. Louie's in here. So this entire drama has to do with Maid. Maid's been continuing drama 2 months after she said she was going to be done. She was demoted about 2 months ago. Said that she wanted to be away from the drama. She wanted to focus on her mental health, get better and all that. We all hoped for the best. We were still friends with Maid. Maid continued to talk shit and treat others like a big piece of crap. This entire stream, which is almost 4 hours long, talks all about it. If somebody wants to go through the timestamps and timestamp it all, maybe someone will do it down in the comments. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go to fucking bed and probably worry about it in the morning. But this is a stream where I wanted to sit here and expose everything that I had to deal with Maid, and why Maid is going to continue to talk about drama, go to these commentary channels. Regardless of her mental health, she'll still get involved in these live chats, in these discords and everything. So, like I said, there's a lot of shit that's been happening, and I just wanted to expose it. I wanted to say my side of things. I wanted to do all this, and that's just what happened in this stream. I don't feel like I took it too far. I don't think Maid's a decent human being. I don't think she's been respectful or nice of anyone. There's a lot of people out there like that, but Maid's been someone who's been in my Discord. It seems like she has fucking recordings and private stuff that was talked about, private chats and private VC saved of us. It was alluded to. She was sharing around screenshots of private chats. She was completely talking bad about staff and myself in other chats while shit was going on, while she was staff. And all of this, there was just a lot. She lied about what Sheepy said to her. She sat here and went to live chats to talk bad about me while she was a staff member of mine. She would always message me and tell me what I should and shouldn't do with my content. There was just a lot of stuff going on. Maid has done a lot of bad stuff. There's nothing that can be done to report her, really. I don't think Discord will do anything, and I'm not going to waste my time to do it. I just hope she gets better, focuses on her mental health, gets the fuck off the internet, my opinion. And I just wanted to share my opinion about it because it was building up and causing a lot of trouble for other people. So I wanted to share my side of everything. Thank you to the staff members who joined, either in the chat or in the VC. Thank you to Vandalism for joining. Thanks for everyone else for joining and listening to this. If you guys want to rewatch this, you're more than welcome to rewatch this. Watch certain clips of this. I don't care. Hopefully somebody in the comment sections will timestamp this entire stream, and I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you for all the members, super chats, and everything else. Somebody did a tip link down in the description. Thank you. I think his name is Brian, something like that. Forgot his name. Thank you to whoever did that. And thank you for anybody else who was sharing information and all that stuff. I hope you guys all have a good night. Have a Merry Christmas as well. It's officially Christmas Eve, the 24th for me. So have a Merry Christmas wherever you're at. Happy holidays. Might do something during Christmas, during a live stream. Probably not, though. But if I do, it'll be a short little thing saying Merry Christmas. Well, thank you guys for everything. And I'm signing off. I will see you guys all next time. Peace.